Hey, we love that umbrella guy. All right. Thank you.
I'm calling from Los Angeles, and I'm having a little problem under the name ThATuMBRELLAgUy. I sent him my phone number at least 20 times in the chat and told him to call me. He ignored me. I'm a man. I filed the report. If you guys could take a look at it and give me a call back, I would love to hear what you guys can do to help us. We really need to kind of stop this guy at least until Monday. I told him to call me.
You know what? I talk to your mayor.
Like my coffee, extra mad and bitter. And then they're loyal like juicer, yeah, the man's a quitter. He's strapped face up behind the platinum grill. I style faceless, just pick these mic skills. And in the street killer, I will not be denied. That I'm mic'd up, I raise my head with pride. A force of nature, cruising the whip, doing walk-bys on your boulevard. Face my verbal clip. In this land of live streams, baby, I'm on the road. Got my feet on the media, scraping them up my souls. It's that umbrella guy facing the accusers. Cleated out size 14s, crushing all those losers. That umbrella guy, they said we couldn't make it. Never ask permission, just sense our goal and take it. The media buzzwords, they will never save you. Listen and believe is meant to enslave you. Challenging the hypocrites, and baby, I'm on fire. They flash titles like they're royalty, but it's true that I'm a journalist. Scribble nursey rhymes, one in this grill in a basket, with a tisket and a tasket, and their morals in a casket. No morals in a casket. They're always pushing make-believe and weaving straw to gold, but I'm sick of all the fairy tales and buying what I'm sold. Strolling into the backyard, taking truth on tour, baby, there is sickness, and that umbrella guy's got the cure. Look, it's that umbrella guy knocking at the door. No more ministry of truth than the plot of 1984. I'm dumping all my verbal clips, the case is filled with knowledge. They're on the mic like kindergarten, and I'm taking them to college. Why the mask, baby? Cause this has to be a crime. I'll take the mic and boom, they're in the chalk outline. I used to throw elbows, but now I'm dropping nukes. You wrote another hit piece, isn't that cute? And the worst part, they'll never learn it before the stakes start channeling, crash and burn. They pretend that we need to get their permission. That umbrella guy crushing their ambitions. You're not my competition, it's that umbrella. It's that umbrella guy steamrolling them out for fun. Mic check, mic wreck, paging this army of one. There's no hesitation, no doubt, not even a scintilla. The Tokyo baby and me, I'm God's
Crushing it like Godzilla, baby. How's it going, folks? Welcome to a very interesting day so far. It's been an interesting one. Man, I don't know about you folks, but it is my birthday. My birthday. Megan had an emergency, by the way. So me and you folks, we will be streaming, which is okay. I think we can do it by ourselves. I think we'll be all right, love to her. Keep her in your thoughts. She, like I said, she had something come up today, so we will be holding down the birthday fort. Man, 37 super chats already. Dude, that's wild. Thank you, folks. I do appreciate all the birthday wishes too. That's been nice. It has been like one of those crazy days where oh my Lord, I do appreciate those. I mean, the kids have been fun, and other people in my life have been good too, though. So there's no complaint there. It's been a fascinating one though. The the kids they gave me their stuff. So I got some pretty cool bead necklaces. I got a dragonfly necklace, and I can't remember I got a star that's a keychain, made out of beads, which again, my oldest daughter has been making the heck out of stuff. And those are actually great to have. Like when your kids make you stuff, that's always nice. So I always like having stuff like that. The littlest one made me I'm not really sure what it's supposed to be. She took those bead art projects, where you take the little seed beads and you put them on a pitcher and you fill them in. Well, she'd taken one and filled it part of the way in, and then stuck Dixie cups to it. And I'm not sure exactly what it's supposed to be, but she made me a card and some other stuff too. So she did make me something, which, like I said, it's cute. My mom gave me a card today too that was pretty funny. She gave me one that said, I'd get you a present, but, and this is cinch, I'm paraphrasing it. I get you a present, but, well, I already gave you those awesome jeans that you have. So, I gave you a present a long time ago, essentially, which I thought was pretty funny. She did give me a present, but I still thought that was a funny card. I was like, oh, that's hilarious, man. My mom's a character on that kind of stuff, but she also made me a chocolate pie, which I have tried not to be eating sweets, but you know how that stuff goes too. It's your birthday. Don't you want one of these wonderful, delicious chocolate pies? Like, no, mother, no. Oh my God. I love days like that though. So oh Lord, you have to appreciate that though. Such good stuff. Life itself, as somebody just said, life itself is a very good present too. Yes, it is. That is indeed true. Now, I did wake up to the other side of one of the kids decided to leave out. So one of them decided to throw a banana peel behind a chair for some reason to hide. Or they were either being lazy or they hid something. They were up late eating, and they were supposed to be up in the middle of the night. So anyway, I woke up today and I thought, holy crap, what is this? There are gnats everywhere, in this room. What's going on? It's one of the signs. The end times are here. Locusts, baby. No, but they left that. So I've been combating that part of the day too. I was like, oh, gross. But it has been a great day though. And I appreciate all of you folks, man. It has been like I said, I love it. I love that we can get together and do our thing. There's been an interesting development I heard about too. I actually made it the title card for it tonight. I mean, I was thinking, well, what exactly? There are plenty of things that are still left that aren't docket exactly. There are, first of all, wait, I hear a kid coming. Let me see what this is. Yeah. Hey, who's at the door? Hello. I think the little one's playing with the door. She's going to make an appearance in a minute. I get the distinct impression. Yes, there she is. I hear her. Hey, come here. Hey, people were telling me happy birthday. Aww. Yeah. I was telling them about your present. So tell me about what is your present that you gave me?
I call it the cup pyramid because it has so many cups. It looks like a pyramid.
Yeah, so it's a cup. It's the cup pyramid. Yeah, they're birthday presents for me. That's very nice of people, isn't it? Can you say thank you and help me say thank you? Yeah, it's very nice of people, isn't it? Yeah. And of course, on my birthday, somebody asked me to go get them stuff, right? So we surprised you with chewing gum, right? Which you are not going to get on anything else, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is that correct? You're not going to get it anywhere else. Hey, will you sing me happy birthday since we're live? Can I have a happy birthday?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Birthday, more money.
Yeah, no, they're giving these super chats. That's nice of them, isn't it? Yeah. So you gave me the cup pyramid, which was pretty nice. You made me that cool card too, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty nice too, right?
What card?
You know, where you drew me the pictures and you folded it over. You gave it to me 2 days ago for my thing, and then you told me to hold on to it and open it today. Remember? Mm-hmm. Well, did you forget all about it now?
Yeah, I got it.
She's like, what card?
All his money.
All right. Hey, kiddo. Yeah, you go upstairs though, okay? I gotta cover stuff tonight.
Hey, I'm not money.
You
missed too many.
I know, they're for the birthday thing.
The donut. Are you finished with the donuts?
What?
Did you eat all the
I don't know. Did you eat all the donuts today? You have one donut left. You may have that donut if you want. Is that why you came down actually? Did you want the donut?
No, I just wanted to say hi, and I like donuts too.
Yeah, I know you like donuts. I know you do. There was a donut. Like we got donuts this morning as well. You know, it was part of the morning thing. I actually was given some chai tea today, which was nice. I like a good chai tea. I do. And I was brought donuts as well, which was awesome. We have this shop in town here that is amazing. They are the best freaking donuts. I try to avoid them like the plague because I don't need those in my life, you know, but they are the best donuts. They're so good in this town that this town doesn't support a lot of business, but this donut store, they make a specific amount of donuts and that's it. They know, like, I mean, they make hundreds of freaking donuts or thousands of donuts a day, but they make them morning and they will be sold out by noon. They also make these little pigs in a blanket. They are the freaking best place ever. I'm telling you. So I did get that this morning. But of course, the kids, they must take their tax. The kids are like the government when it comes to donuts. They take their percentage and it's higher than the freaking government's, you know, where the government takes like a single tax of 30+%. The kids are more like half that's mine. Or more. It's like you get a third, Dad. Oh, Lord. But anyway, they are funny, though. Man, okay. So what I was telling you just a minute ago is the fact that I found out some really interesting news. You know, in fact, I made that the title card on today. I found out that one of the people that told us they would never be served, ever. All of this stuff was just a come on, right? None of it was true. There was no litigation. All of it was just fake, phony storyline. You know what I mean? Oh, you've heard that plenty of times, right? Well, apparently they ended up getting served. That's right. So, from what I'm understanding, 2L1 is now served. That, isn't that fascinating? I mean, this is a person, again, we were told repeatedly that all of the lawsuit stuff First of all, it was fake. It was phony. It was never going to happen. You remember all of that? You remember all the bluster, then the game of not getting served, the tag that they were playing? Well, it turns out that apparently it wasn't a bunch of just bluster and garbage. And again, I don't know how a case will come, the outcome will be. I have no idea. I can't tell you how that'll actually go. But I can tell you that it's fascinating that all these people that said that it was nothing more than a talking point. It was fake garbage that was contrived for YouTube. They ended up getting sued. Now, one person that I hear has been trying not to get served. Well, let me bring up this picture here. Let me note this. So there's a certain somebody that apparently does not want to accept the fact that they're getting served. You know, you can delay that process. You can do that little dance. But at the end of the day, if it's coming for you, it's coming for you. And here is, I did not put the commentary on this, by the way, but yeah, what's fascinating is there was a live stream that actually talked about all of this stuff. You know, we actually have a post from this person today that we will talk about because it's fascinating to see as well. But there was a response from an account that there's no consensus on whether or not this was Jeremy Hales, by the way. You had Stupid Dave react to it as, just lose his freaking marbles over the count there. Again, could be him, might not be, who knows, you know? I don't remember if What the Hales is verified, by the way. If they are verified, like my account, when I comment, check this out. I want to show you something here. So I'm going to comment in the chat, all right? When I say testing, I'm going to. Now, you'll notice when I comment, I have a check mark by my name. That says that my account, that's me, all right? YouTube verification, so he doesn't have a check mark. All right? He needs a check mark. He does. So he does. He is, okay, so they are verified. So this, you see the account there, it isn't a verified account, interestingly enough. Now, for me, like I said, I have a verified account. I thought What the Hales was verified. Yeah, so they do. Everybody's saying that. Okay. So that's that's an interesting thing that most people would notice. You would think, like for me, again, I notice it with larger accounts. Any account over 100,000 subscribers can ask to be verified, and they pretty much give it to you right away, you know. It's one of those things. That way, I actually think that they should do it for a lower count than that. I think over a few thousand. You know, once you can be monetized, I think that there should be a check mark saying you are who you are. You know, that would make sense, right? That way, people aren't scammed. Anybody that there's a chance that you could be scammed, like when somebody's pretending to be them or somebody's pretending to do damage to them more. I think they should have the chance to be verified. But under the current system, verification, it is limited to, again, 100,000. That's the way it works. Or at least that's the way it did work. Maybe they've changed some stuff up. Who knows? I don't keep up with all the brand new rules on that. But you'll notice again on that account there. Let me blow that up for you. You will notice there is no verification on it. It does not have that. I did see the live stream review for that too. I saw the commentary, and you know what that means is I'm feeling, sometimes I feel a bit conspiratorial, let's say. And again, I'm not saying that this is true, but I do wonder if that is not Jeremy Hales, if that is not somebody that is attached to Jeremy Hales there, who exactly is it? Now, some people would be like, well, it's Trump. Maybe that's the way. Maybe it's some of these folks. Maybe they're trying to play a victim card. There's been a lot of interesting little things that have been happening lately. In fact, some stuff that, again, with the way some of these folks try to promote the victim narrative for themselves, I do wonder. Now, again, I'm not saying that they did do that. I'm just saying that when I look at it, I really do wonder that. But apparently the whole point in this is when that comment was made, he lost his freaking mind that day. It said, "See you in federal court." And I mean, it just talked a big fucking blustery game. So why then did I hear that? Again, I heard this through we'll see. We'll see if that's it. I mean, he can talk about that if he wishes to. I'll show you some posts today too. You know, the whole conspiring thing. This will be fascinating to look at. But I hear that service has not happened yet. So somebody that talked that big, oh yeah, I ain't afraid of nothing. Come get me, baby. They apparently have not stepped up like you would think they did. Man, 71 freaking already. That's amazing, folks. Like I said, I appreciate the happy birthday messages. Oh, it's been a crazy day. So like I said, again, I'm not complaining in any way, shape, or form. You know, it's just I appreciate it. It's been an interesting one. So I always for the last few years, I don't have a party. You know, I don't like parties anyway. But what I always do is I have live streams, especially on the birthdays and holidays. That way I can be around the people that, again, you know, I'm around my family. I'm around the people that matter. I'll probably see some friends this weekend, but I get to hang out with the folks I enjoy hanging out with. I like hanging out with you guys. I hang out with you every freaking day. And I especially like doing it on days like today. So appreciate you and appreciate you being here today. Now, with this today, give me 1 second. Let me pull up something new. We had a very fascinating post. Now, this post talks about plots and plans, and it's by Miltoast's Best. Now, what's fascinating is Miltoast noted a long time ago that he is part of what they call the commentary community. Now, this was posted. I made sure that this was actually a legit post, by the way. A few people did send it to me. That helped out. I cut off the very bottom because it had an email address on there. Now, it would have been a public post anyway, but I did cut that off anyhow. But it's fascinating to see this. First of all, number one, coming from somebody that said that they were part of the quote unquote commentary community. Now, if you don't know YouTube very much, there's a part of YouTube that spends all of its time eating itself, as it were. They're channels that go after other YouTubers. They quote unquote report on YouTuber drama. You know, now you can imagine what terrible fucking people some of these folks are. They are not folks that I like to deal with myself at all. Milto said that he's part of the commentary community, but apparently when he got blowback in that, apparently that's too much. Delicate little flower that he is, apparently that didn't go over very well at all. So now there's these folks, they're talking about going after quote unquote pro Hales camp. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but when we talk about the anti what the hales media ecosystem, we're not talking about everybody that doesn't like Jeremy Hales. I want to make that clear. They created this thing they call the anti what the hales media ecosystem. It was 100% real. You had these folks mailing one another, giving each other just crazy advice. Miltoast was part of that, actually. Not the creation of the what the hales media ecosystem. I can't say pro or con about that, but I can say that that Slug actually showcased some interesting messages that came from BBB that landed on this guy's doorstep. Now, in that, the reason I make that distinction is apparently if you aren't part of them, if you are quote unquote pro-Hales, you need to be targeted. So I find that to be fascinating. The anti-what-the-hales media ecosystem, again, that's not just a term. That is a term that was created by Bruce Manskin. He engineered it. When we say that, again, he used it in furtherance of some craziness. You can see that here. Now, we found out, by the way, I just want to pull that up while we're talking. You can see that right there. Again, this came up in August, which is actually quite fascinating to me, considering we had some new pieces that came into play. You know, we found out about the contract. Remember the contract talks that we heard about? Give me a minute. The Scott Stark contract. Remember all that fun stuff? Yeah, remember we had a date attached to that. Now, this actually really caught my eye, you know, because we knew this date, right? We knew August 8th, but what we didn't know was anything about contracts. I did find it fascinating that in June, you had the Scott Stark. I'm getting back to, again, we'll get to today. I'm just laying some groundwork for this. I'm making a point here. Remember in June, here's June 3rd, 2024. They're having their discussion about the 60-40 split. So the lawyers, they're not pro bono. They're getting paid. They're getting paid 40% of whatever came in. If they actually got money from Jeremy Hales, it would be a 60-40 split. So in June, and then in furtherance of that, whatever is going on here, 2 months later, we are hearing about the creation of an anti-what-the-hales media ecosystem where you have main members talking about wanting to destroy this man, destroy him. Remember, we also, around August, around the same time period, we hear about how Lynette Preston is actually a celebrity, but they don't want to embrace it. You know, that actually came from that same time period. You know, that whole Landon discussion, get his conversation. Remember, right in that same point, there was a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. Once that was signed in, man, they had groups. They were all rolling in together. They were talking about how she's actually not a private person. Because if you're a celebrity, you're not a private person, you know, as far as the law is considered. But they don't want to embrace that. They want to embrace how they're... Look right here too. I mean, check that out. You know, you see how that came in. It always amazes me to see this. You know, you're a celebrity, but we don't embrace that. If you put names here, I can mention it specifically to thank people. Like, oh, Bruce, it's a good idea. Oh, Jesus. But again, the point that I'm making in that, all of that is to say that this idea, when they say pro or anti, everyone else that I guess is not part of the anti-what-the-hales media ecosystem, they're quote unquote pro-Hales camp. Now check this out. Help needed. It appears the ball has been set in motion. Oh man, always conspiring together, always to hold those quote unquote harassers in the pro-Hales camp accountable. Now, what's fascinating is DJ Radis on this. It'd be really interesting if Miltoast here decides that he's going to go after DJ Radis, because Miltoast was totally okay with DJ Radis in the past. Was 100% okay with DJ Radis and everything that he does. When it was aimed at someone else, he was totally fine with that. He just didn't like it aimed his way. You know, when you rubber stamp that behavior from some, going towards someone else. And again, I'm not saying pro or con that there's something bad in it. That's not my point here. My point is, he said it was fine. If he said it was fine, then how does it become not fine? But I can't speak on much more, but help is needed. Certain people need proof. Certain wink, 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 wink. You're seeing this again. We've already, it'll be fascinating again to be able to take stuff like this. If there's lawsuits that involve any of these folks, you can take this right here. You can actually, by the way, you are being noticed, Miltoast. You have been noticed before that you are supposed to preserve any communications that you have been having. That would be current communications as well as prior conversations. We do know about emails that were there too. So if those emails just happen to disappear, well, then that would be a problem as well, because you were noticed. You were told to preserve things. But the live CPS call made on live stream, CPS by Veteran Nation. I don't know a channel named Veteran Nation. I'm not sure if you do or not. Veteran Nation. Now, what's fascinating about that call is, are you going to sue Bruce as well? Because Bruce was on that call. He was right there. He was right on that live stream too. Does that make him culpable in some way? I'm curious about that. He was right there. And he held and sat on the live stream in the backdrop. So is he tacitly approving of that? I am curious about that, by the way. That'd be an interesting conversation to have. Does that actually amount to agreement? Now, there is the whole idea that you, again, I'm not telling you to contact any officials, by the way. I will make that clear. I do not do that. I never do that. I do not like communication with these. There's no point to communicating with them anyway. They turn it into a victim cycle. Miltoast, for example, will be crying about his mental health because he likes to dish it out. He likes to make videos about people. Hell, he made a video about me, but he doesn't like it when people talk about him. So, okay. But Veteran Nation, if we're talking about something that was made in good faith, then what are you going to complain about there? Honestly. And if you're going to say that Jeremy Hale's led to it, actually, again, there are messages from Lynette Preston that talk about red flags. And again, when I say this, I am not in any way, shape, or form encouraging you to contact people. Quite the opposite. It will not help. Do not do it. But you could see how somebody would have they would have some kind of issue when there are statements like this that are out there. John making her leave today. He said he doesn't effing care. She's got to go. Well, when she goes, he's going with her because he's just as dangerous, just as abusive, just as JH. She says, she uses the actual name. He's an alcoholic. I believe he would do something bad to my daughter. I'm done playing this GD game with everyone. Her message, by the way. Her message. So she said that. That's one I forgot about. I found recently when I was organizing all of my messages. Since, like these things would be footnotes. But as they keep talking about lawsuits and more, you make sure that you keep those. Because that right there is, I would say, a red flag that somebody might be concerned about. When you have messages also, again, you have seen the communication that talked about, again, the kids saying something and I'm not turning it over because I don't want to lose my child. And we've seen Bruce actually rubber stamp that too. We've seen his email where he said, yeah, that's real. So again, it's going to be kind of hard to go after Veteran Nation and all of that, and to say that Veteran Nation did that in bad faith. Let me pull up this next. Give me a second here. So there's a Veteran Nation squid pro quo stating that Stupid Dave's body will not be found in Wisconsin woods due to the family she has in said state. This was also in a Veteran Nation stream. I actually have not heard that one, so that's interesting. I'm curious if that's true. Number one. Number two, what exactly would the context be with that? Fascinating. So I'm curious, by the way. I'm curious about the people that back folks that make threats all the time. So they have problems if they perceived something. I'm not saying that's a threat. I don't know anything about it. I don't even know if that's real. But it is fascinating that they're told about somebody talking about hiring a hitman, talking about, feeding someone to gators, and hey, they're good with it. In fact, this fucker here streams with a person who went to prison for extortion, fraud, violent bullshit, actual violent bullshit, makes real threats. Man, you talk about a fucking hypocrite. Oh, Lord. All DJ Radis content, by the way, all of it that crosses the line from parody to harassment. Now, which one is that? By the way, what's really fascinating about that is, again, the stuff that Super Dave tried to call harassment at one time, he would not have called harassment in the past. And there was a fascinating discussion, by the way, that went on between him and Slug. There was actually a live stream that went over that. Slug went over the conversations. We talked about that in the past, but it's fascinating. Like, where is that line? If not yours in anyways. His entire channel has also been submitted. Any stream that can connect these people to major Pro Hales YouTubers. So again, you're Pro Hales now. Oh no. Yeah, I think based on a mountain of evidence, based on Ohio, based on the Ohio violation again, and much more. Yes, the Journey Hales is indeed he's in the right, 100%. That makes you Pro Hales versus what? Oh, I can't give me a second.
Hey.
Hey, Dad, what are you doing? Hey, Dad.
Hey.
I haven't told people that. Yeah, you're my little dad, right?
Yes.
That's right. I'm Dad. I'm Big Dad. That's Little Dad.
I'm after Dad. He just checks with me.
Yeah. No, you're the way if I need some control too in the house, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, go up there and tell Sissy we must clean the kitchen, right, Little Dad?
Yeah, I don't have to help Sissy sometimes because I want to help.
You're overseeing stuff, right?
Yeah, I just want to help. Hey, I saw some money and missed it.
No, I know. There people are giving me the birthday super chats. They're saying happy birthday to me. Isn't that nice of them? They do that the whole time for birthdays. That's very nice, isn't it? They're celebrating my birthday with me, like you celebrated it with me. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you got your oh man, you got your medical bag with you?
Yeah, but
oh my goodness.
The little thing that you put on your head is missing, you see?
Oh yeah, where'd it go?
Under the game over there.
Can you get it? Can you grab it real quick?
No, I want to get my hands sucking.
Oh, I'll get it later after the live stream, okay? Here, take your stuff upstairs. I'll get it later. Okay, I love you too. You want to take Pennywise Duck with you? You want to take him and you can watch the big TV if you want up there.
My TV?
You can watch the big TV, yeah. Yes. You may watch it.
I'll go on Amazon.
No, okay. Well, you can watch it on there, I told you could watch whatever the app is on there. You can watch it. Okay? Have fun. There's some good cartoons on it and everything. Okay?
Even SpongeBob.
Yeah, SpongeBob's on there. Make sure, remember the free ones, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. All right. Love you.
Good.
All right.
I
Love you.
don't want to fall with sissy shoes on.
Yeah, don't be wearing sissy shoes, by the way. They're way too big for you. They're way too big. You end up falling in those things. You need to wear your own shoes, you know? It's funny as a little kid, you know, can't wait to grow up, get big feet. And then as an adult female, she'll be like, oh my gosh, I don't want big feet. It's so funny how that works. But they want to connect people to the major pro Hales YouTubers. So guilt by association, that's fascinating. So you want to connect who? Veteran Nation? Veteran Nation has been on my channel. You think that's a problem for court? That Veteran Nation would be on there? Or that, oh my God, I talked to Squid Pro Quo again. This guy is live streaming with some of the most repugnant human beings imaginable and wants to complain that, oh my God, there's this guy who makes parody videos. Remember what they all shield as parody, by the way. They're totally okay with. Isn't it, like I said, isn't it fascinating, the hypocrisy that comes from this camp? But, oh man, if you've ever had any connection there, and then any threats from any streamer, threats, threats, quote unquote, threats, directed it to L1, Ray the Boner Crusher, Dory, Soup Dave, or any other content creator. Hey, you know what would be really fun? Maybe Dave, maybe we should send him over some of the threats directed to Jeremy Hales. You know, from his pal he likes to stream with, paint chips, talking about putting a projectile in his eye. Oh wait, that probably isn't one they want, right? maybe that's one you'd like to collect though. Maybe the ones talking about just absolute insanity in fucking emails. maybe those would be fun too, right? Oh, I guess they don't want those though. But what this tells you is, they're conspiring. Isn't it beautiful? You can just smell it. You're like, we gonna get them all. Little fats, I tell you, bud. It's so ridiculous. Remember too, they talk about when they got sued, they were talking about how free speech is paramount. But look, they're going after any account that is not part of their little clique. Isn't that fascinating? Isn't that fascinating? Also, Stupid Dave's trying real hard to get back in the graces of the people that treated him like an absolute fucking clown. Like, have a little dignity, buddy. You know? A little bit. Come on, man. I mean, these people clowned you publicly. They talked about you like you were trash. But I guess that doesn't matter. I guess because you just gotta kiss those boots. You gotta kiss the ring. And it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing who they'll kiss the ring of. Man, I'd rather be on my own than deal with that shit. I tell you, if he had any fucking backbone, he'd stand on business, but he doesn't. Fucking clowns, man. I swear, every time I look at this kind of stuff, it's so amazing the interior or the internal drama that they have. And remember that the Dave the Donor, I guess he can just eat a bag of crap because I guess he didn't matter anymore. I guess as far as everything is concerned, he was a cause for just a hot minute, but I guess his cause doesn't matter anymore. I'm not surprised by that, but I can't say I am a little disappointed in that. Again, I am not saying I'm the biggest fan of his opinions on stuff, but you know what? He does not deserve to be scammed. No one does. 100%. You know, he actually, he deserved to be treated decently and fairly. Now, you know who we never covered, by the way? There's a video we never covered, but there was something else too that we actually skipped out on. You know, over the last few weeks, this would be within the last, God, I don't even think I've looked at this in the last 4 freaking weeks, to be honest, which is actually crazy. I don't think I have looked at Shara posts in a month. And I think that's actually a damn shame, to be honest, because she has been active. You know, she was active as 2 days ago, honestly. But within the last 3 weeks, she has posted quite a bit. Not to mention her, let's go over here. Not to mention her video, of course, that's out there as well. Now, give me 1 second. Let me line this up here. I always find what Shara's talking about. Shara has the keys to a lot. She actually, again, you got to remember with Shara, she knew a lot when it came down to time to talk. And what was fascinating is she backed that up with receipts. I was kind of stunned. Like she's the one who, the contract, for example. How do we find the contract? You notice they struck her for that too, right? You notice that they hit her. This is something. Now, what's fascinating about this, by the way, this talking point, we actually have Paint Chips talking about doing this same thing now. Paint Chips says he's going to, since he's involved in litigation, somebody sent me this clip. Since he's involved in litigation right now with Jeremy Hales, any of his videos that have been stricken, he's actually going to sue YouTube. And he's going to make YouTube turn over the names and the user data on those that struck that. And he's going to sue those people. You better watch out. And he's also going to sue YouTube. That is some stupid ass fucking stuff. That ain't going to happen, man. That is not going to work in any way, shape, or form. YouTube has a team of lawyers like you would not believe. And for him to lose videos over community guideline issues, when I'm sure some videos that he's lost, strikes that he's had, I'm sure those were over things like revenge porn. When you have that kind of stuff coming up, yeah. Give me 1 second. I think I heard my phone going nuts. Let me make sure. I always check that because I don't want to make this sound morbid, but my mom's getting up in age and I worry about her. So I don't think that sounds morbid, by the way, you know? I think like when we talk about that stuff, give me 1 minute here. But yeah, it's not her, by the way. I just always make sure. I mean, you know, if you've got people that are in your lives, value them, appreciate them. You know, like if I got one that was like, "Hey, I need your help," I'd end right now. I'd be out the door. So, you know, just to know. But always check on the moms. You know, my mom would check on me. You know, my mom is fascinating. So we've had medical stuff and everything. My mom, who is, you know, obviously older than me, has her own problems. Make sure to check on me every day. Goes and checks on the girls. Like, I'm like, man, that's good. You know, you value that very much so. So props to her. But check this out. I thought this was very telling. BBB, this started 4 weeks ago, all right? And it goes all the way just to say, let me make a marker here so I can find it very fast by scrolling. It goes just to note, Shara has been, these are all not Shara posts. They're people responding to, but it goes all the way to 2 days ago, you know? To 2 days ago. So, I mean, this is ongoing. Shara has actually been quite the busy bee over the last month. And I like it because, like I said, they motivate her. They have actually motivated Shara. Tell us more. You remember, she had to go and find that man, there are 93. We are 7 super chats off of 100. Good Lord, folks. That's crazy. In 1 hour, by the way. Like I said, thank you all. I very sincerely do appreciate that. You know, I do. I did get one interesting, let me note this. I did get one very interesting birthday gift, by the way, from somebody like around. I got you remember maybe you don't remember this, in 1989 they came out with a talking Freddy Krueger like doll, a big one. You pull the string and it'd be like ha ha ha, but it had his voice, and it was so controversial back in the day that they pulled it and they gave him a softer, nicer voice. Well, somebody got me a Freddy Krueger from back when in the box. I was like, that's pretty interesting. He's creepy. I like him. He's pretty funny. He's like, ah! Oh, Lord. I know. I love it. They also showed me something too. I didn't want to see it because I saw the price tag on it. I was like, no, I'm not buying that. But for any of you out there that might find this fascinating, just to throw this out there. Some of you will know what I'm talking about. If not, don't worry about it. But if you know anything about comic books, back in the day, Marvel Comics put out a comic book called ROM, R-O-M. It was a space knight. It was their first mass-produced attachment with a toy. They made a ROM toy as well. There's a place that's right down the road here that has one with a box and everything else, which is amazing. I've never seen one in real life, ever. I've never in my entire life seen one. And as a kid, I used to be, oh my God. There were 2 toys I wanted in my whole life. It was actually, there were 3. I'll take that back. I wanted the giant. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's fine too. If you ever seen the movie Clash of the Titans, they made a giant toy of the Kraken. I wanted one of those. It was $100 back when it came out, though. Freaking $100 back then. That's an insane amount of money. Insane amount of money. It was one of the highest priced toys I've ever seen. Most toys were like 10. It was an action figure would cost $1.99, and a big toy would cost somewhere between $7.99 and $10, and this cost $100. It's like, oh my God, might as well cost $1 million, But they had that. There was the Boba Fett 12-inch figure. I actually have one of those. I got one of those as a kid, so I did get one of those. And I wanted a ROM Space Knight. So I'd never seen one in real life, though. I saw one today, but I saw the price tag on it, too. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, Lord. That's the problem, man. Is that, we become older, and we if I were like in my late 20s, I'd be like, oh yeah, I could figure that out. But kids, they're like, no. But it was very cool to see. If anybody's interested in something like that, I'll point you in the right direction, by the way. But anyway, back to what we were doing here. So you can see, you look at the jump here. We went from 29 weeks ago. Shara's posting again in the last month. So she started getting really active yet again because they motivated her. They targeted her yet again. Very stupid, by the way. Why would they motivate Shara, of all people? Like, why go after her continually? She knows. And she says this, BBB, are you still suing YouTube to bring your case to national news for your mac and cheese gig? Now, that's fascinating. Sitting behind the scenes, according to her, talking about suing YouTube so he can get coverage for his mac and cheese case. Because, that we were in over last night, and I thought this was good. There's still more to go over with it too. And I hope if you didn't, tune into Megan's live stream last night where she and I covered. If you didn't catch what was going on in that, you had BBB. He lost a case, right? Apparently, he did the same things that we saw in the federal case number 1. He went in. He actually talked. He filed stuff that was bad enough that the judge, he got onto him very severely behind closed doors. Bruce himself noted that. He told them that this judge had gotten all over him about it, but he ends up losing. So instead of just filing an appeal over this, he decides to go when there's voting on his him being a judge, basically, continuing for another 8 years as a judge. He had decided to paper different senators and people in positions of power because he lost a case. He went after this guy's appointment. He went and spoke, complaining about it, and it is such an insane document to read. The stuff that he was doing. So if you missed us talking about that last night, go back and remember that context and put it in the context. I don't know if everybody understood the context of what was happening with all of that, because it mirrors what we've been seeing lately. So this idea that suing YouTube to bring national news from mac and cheese, first of all, but second of all, okay. Your PR is threatening a lot of people, including me. And Marla is doing your dirty work again. Fully documented. Marla. I don't understand, by the way. People like Marla, I don't get it, Marla. Because from my point of view, it's like you play the role of the dog with somebody throwing you a bone and saying, fetch. Good dog. Go and do that. I don't get it. I would not play the role of the obedient dog. If somebody told me to go fetch for them, I'd probably, that whole bite the hand. Yeah, that would probably be a quote about me. Except none of them are feeding me. But I mean, I don't understand. I don't even get the Marla connection sometimes. Again, you folks have explained, by the way, how Marla fit in with being told she couldn't fish. But my God, is that it? Is that really all it takes? Because, wow. So we have accusing JH publicly of being a criminal committing crimes, B. On you're an MP's public relations show. MP's voice is defamation. Interesting. Again, 4 weeks ago. Some of these are going to get long after a minute, too. 2Ls, quick question. If BBB has nothing to do with the thumbnail case, who invented it? And that's actually a very interesting thing. So if they're saying that BBB has nothing to do with the thumbnail case at all, then how does that work in with Stark? Because Stark testified that BBB was helping him prepare documents behind the scenes. So that doesn't even make sense. Stark testified to it. So that's 100% a garbage freaking narrative just to throw out there. 100%. But isn't that interesting? Oh, he's not connected. Let's see what Shara actually is having to say here too. Okay. So somebody asked, what are your thoughts on LPJC and Marla not bothering to respond and losing by default? And she was like, well, there's probably some bad advice they took, maybe. It does sound like it, by the way. Shara, again, 3 weeks ago, quote, no one wants to be on YouTube, unquote. That's not what you told me, BBB. Remember what you told me about your big YouTube plans, etc.? See, God, Shara. Come on, man. Spill the beans. Shara. You can't leave a brother hanging. Come on, Shara. Shara's like, I know the secrets. You see her all the time. She's like, got all this stuff. She dangles it. And I'm like, come on, Shara, tell me. I need to know. But isn't that fascinating? His big YouTube plans. What were his big YouTube plans? Again, to sue YouTube and get the mac and cheese out there. But what else? I wonder. What else indeed? I mean, she's provided enough communication that it would be fascinating to see when she said, what's there between the lines? But she's like, you remember, tell me about your big YouTube plans? None of them wanted to be on YouTube? Really? Are you kidding me? Because Bruce, for example, was seeking out channels so he could go on them. So for him to, if he said that, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. He went out and sought out channels. He sought like myself out, Larry out, Megan out. He sought out all types of folks. Yeah, you could tell he wanted to be on YouTube. And other people, well, they've created, if he's talking about his clients created YouTube channels. They had them pre-Jeremy Hales and litigation. They had put up videos. They also, they use them now as public commentary springboards. They comment on them and everything. So it's kind of a hard narrative to throw out there. It's like performative theater. And it's kind of hard to do that when you're doing the opposite. Oh, we don't want to be here, but by the way, check out what we're doing on here. It's like, my commentary on today's docket. I see some B weaving polymop in the new filing. April 18th, 2025. B notes free counsel is not granted in civil cases. Seems someone's getting polymop spin on the docket with purpose. Indeed, but you know what? He's trying hard, and we'll see what the judge has to say about that stuff in the new filings. But it was really strange. Again, maybe the judge, it could all boil down to this. It could boil down to one simple fact. The judge doesn't want any issue where this stuff, it could end up in his court again. He doesn't want any kind of appeal. He doesn't want any more stuff. He wants it one and done, no appeals, no questioning what happens in the aftermath. He wants to make sure that they have a lawyer or they had every chance at it. That being said, using discretionary funds is pretty weird, like actually going out and using discretionary funds that were set aside for educational purposes and more. That's pretty messed up, and especially for for a case that he should know quite a bit about. Bruce, again, how many problems has he had with judges and more? You'd think that a judge might during this off time have become a little more keenly aware of what that person was. On top of that, remember that LP and JC, they terminated Bruce. That's what he told the court. So if that's not the case, that could be an issue too, right? Maybe that'll be a question that comes up. I mean, that'll be a fascinating one. It puts him in a weird place. If they all agreed for him to go, then that's not what was said. But if they terminated, then that might run them into a problem with them wanting a lawyer. If he dumped them, then if they say something like that in the hearing, woo, baby. So that would be the best thing for them if they were like, yeah, we had to dump him. No matter what excuse they make up for it, by the way. If it runs contrary to what they filed, that's an issue. But the narrative that Bruce was let go or terminated was the only way he was coming off that case. At least that way. There's no way we'll let him step aside otherwise. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But then we get a longer one on April 19th. Commentary, documentation. 2LPR reads document 123 for BBB. Oh, yeah, I remember that one, by the way. That's his, well, let's see what she has to say. Who is directing attorney from behind the scenes while targeting me? 123, boo-hoo goo. Oh no, we get the goos on. I love that. I always like the boo-hoo goos. No one was doing anything to you, BBB. Maybe you would have been photographed in this high-profile case, so you came for fame. This is the real world. You stalked your way into this high-profile gig to catch fame and antagonize, stalk, set up, and threaten several people ongoing, including me. You manipulated and used me. And now you are setting me up, hoping it'll shut me up. That's true. Tried it. Definitely. I think that's true. I personally do. The way I've seen this play, I think that's what it looked like. They definitely keep targeting her. You know, they all, you see it coming out of the ecosystem. 123 sounds contrived because I know all the facts. Ooh, man. You keep saying, yeah, what you want the story to be. Somehow it's all about you. That breeds like that too. How many times did you make your PR say polymop? 1,000 times? That's true. That's true. You are creating the YouTube storyline for personal polyflop. The very word you created. That's true too. It's always, I know you are, but what am I? Yeah. You keep ignoring the real story. Your client sold everything to move to a street of famous YouTubers she followed as a super fan to use his fame for a grift. And that's not all she did. She drags innocent people into trouble only to defame and wreck them when they see the truth and leave. All the while, as they give their heart, not seeing the trap they're in, she slanders them and sets them up. Now you're assisting her in taking and then destroying Jeremy Hale's quote unquote YouTube empire. Remember, we saw that quote that came up. That was a fascinating one. Yeah. And turning the lives of others upside down. Horrific. You told me you are using your client. Huh? Wait, hold on for a second. Listen to this. Give me 1 second. I clear my throat. Listen to this here. You told me you are using your client and what you really think of her with phrases such as trailer trash. Holy shit. Lynette Preston. Did he call you and Jungkook trailer trash? I'm sure, by the way, you see how they like to throw around things. It's just like paint chips. You see what they really think of folks. They call them hillbillies and shit. But you got to remember that anybody they insult that way, what exactly are LP and JC? If you're insulting people, they keep calling people, like making fun of them being rubes living in trailers. Wait a minute. Where the fuck are they living? What are you trying to say? Are you really dropping the mask for a moment? Because any type of statement that you make like that definitely blows back on your clientele. You know, if you're saying that people living like that are trash, well, then what are you saying there? I personally, by the way, I love living in the U.S. South. I've loved it. I love living here. You know, I'm proud. I'm proud of freaking my family that's been here. So anybody, like, we've seen these kind of pieces of shit all the time. You notice, by the way, half these pieces of shit, they end up moving places like this because they destroy where they live. So, yeah, I always find that fascinating. But yeah, trailer trash and insane, etc. Wow. So according to Shara, called her insane and called her trailer trash? Huh. You aggressively crashed into my messenger, told me everything, knowing I was working as a journalist. By the way, if you doubt this stuff, again, when people like Marla wanted to go after, when Marla wanted to assert her dominance in this stuff, Bruce defended Shara. So, and the reason I know that is because when Bruce defends Shara, let me pull that up right by now. You know, this is one I found the other day. I've forgotten about. I think it's actually, we'll come right back to this.
Hey there. Happy birthday.
Oh, crap. That scared the shit out of me. I was like, what is that? I thought one of my kids snuck in and was playing with like a message thing or something.
Well, hello there.
Oh, hey, how's it going? How are you doing?
I waited backstage for a minute, but I don't think you heard me come in. So
No,
I was
I
like,
didn't hear
fuck it.
I can't, you know, with all this.
Story.
Go ahead. Tell me your funny story first.
Funny story. So so I was at the doctor yesterday and I told them about my blood pressure problem. Like with the, it's making me dizzy. It's not really taking the blood pressure down. So they're like, okay, well, take this beta blocker. I'm like, I don't even know what that is. I didn't look it up. I'm like, whatever. Okay, fine. This should work, she says. I take it today because I was nervous about taking it at night. She was like, you should take it at night. I'm like, that sounds like a bad idea because it has like some it can affect your breathing.
Uh-huh.
What do you want? I'm sorry, I have a kid raid. What do you want? This?
Yes.
All right, here. Yeah, she's trying to get her nail stuff
I'm
off my
the
desk.
teen.
Thank you, dear. Close the door. And I'm like, so I took this thing like at 2:30, and I started to feel by about 5:00, I started to feel really off, like just really off, like just not feeling right. And then my chest started to get tight. And then by like 6, I go into the house and like I was running around doing like all these errands, running back and forth with kids and whatever. And I'm just feeling super stressed. I get back to the house. I'm like, I'm going to go take my blood pressure because I'm not feeling right. It's 166/99.
Good God, man. Yeah, I saw that screenshot, by the way. I was like, oh my God. You know,
Yeah, and
so
then at the same time, I've got tight and my chest is tight. And I've got this weird pain in my left shoulder blade, and I'm like, "Oh, this is not good.
yeah,
I'm having a heart attack, maybe."
yeah.
So I'm like, "Well, I guess I'm going to the ER." So I did, and they did the EKG and everything, and obviously it wasn't a problem and my blood pressure by the time I got to the hospital was like almost normal. It was like 130 something over 82. So it's the freaking pill. Get this. So beta blockers can make you feel like you're having a heart attack. And I'm like, why the hell would you give somebody a pill who has high blood pressure that mimics a heart attack? Are you trying to kill me?
That
This
sounds
is
like
so
that.
weird.
It's weird that like to give you something and tell you to take them before bed too, because most things like
What if I had like stopped breathing or something?
yeah. Well, I mean, like the pills like I'm taking for blood pressure, like raising it, I'm not supposed to take it within 4 hours of sleep. You know, so
And why wouldn't they tell you? Why wouldn't they tell me like, oh, by the way, you might feel like you have tight, pressure in your chest. And oh, the weirdest symptom was that I felt like I had to remind myself to breathe, and I kept sighing, like like involuntarily sighing. I mean, that is a really weird symptom. And my throat was getting tight. My chest was all tight. Like, but so anyway,
I think sometimes when they try to help you, I think they do more damage to you, to be honest.
It's really scary. It's really scary. And as somebody with like who, they're already telling me I should go see a cardiologist. Why wouldn't you tell me if you were giving me a pill that could mimic a heart attack?
Right.
I
mean, for real. I mean, for real, that's creepy.
It is creepy.
That sounds like something they do.
It's really weird. I mean, our medical system is so screwed up. Like, that's really something that you should tell me.
Yeah, when they gave me these pills, they actually told me to double the strength of, I was taking them there. They're pretty strong. You can tell. Like, I've gotten used to them. You can still tell sometimes when like words won't come right or some weird shit. Sometimes when I'm reading, you really notice it. But they gave me that like a double strength. They went from 5 milligrams to 10, and holy crap. I thought that stuff was going to blow my heart out. I was like, oh my God, this is not good. And I contacted them. They're like, yeah, that can take a little while to get used to. I was like, get used to. I'm going to blow up here.
Yeah, I don't want to get used to this. They're like, well, it takes a while to, adjust to a beta blocker. I'm like, yeah, I don't want this kind of adjustment. This is scary. I don't want to feel like I'm dying. The lisinopril didn't work for me. I don't know. It just didn't bring my pressure down. And it made me feel dizzy. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go eat some dandelions. I hear that's good for lowering your blood pressure.
Actually, you know what? That would be just as good advice as anything else.
Seriously. No, for real. Like big pharma can like go fuck themselves, flock off and die because I'm getting so tired of their fixes. Their fixes don't really fix anything. They just give you a new problem.
What in the world? I'm having AI make me up a few just random pictures while I've been goofing off, over the last couple of days. And I'm like, put some funny phrases with them. And some of these I'm like, what the hell is he telling here? Let me screenshot some of these. Some of them are funny. But some of them are like, what in God's name? Like, okay, this one, for example. I thought this one was kind of funny. There, sitting in a chair. Want to catch a case of what the
What
hell?
the hell? Why are you like the Bachelor with a rose?
So I've been
What the
basing
hell?
that.
What? You're like
So
Clayton
Dead
Eckert.
Punk. Yeah, when they you remember the Pickup Artist? You remember that?
Yeah, I
show?
read that book.
So
That book was
Dead
great.
Punk. Oh God, that show is freaking gold. I can't recommend watching it. It's enough. That
I
show
don't think
is
I
so
ever saw the show,
funny.
but
Oh
I
my
read the
God.
book.
Oh, it used to come on VH1, and it's so. I mean, it is. They don't show it anymore. They don't own it anymore. But for a time, it was all about sleazy dude trying to teach these, these really, really awkward guys how to go into a setup bar and pick up women. And oh my God, it was so funny.
Did they have that? Was mystery in it?
Yes, yeah, he was.
Oh my God, he was such a
their love
character in
coach.
that
Oh my
book.
God, I
That
love
book
it.
was so good. If you haven't read that book, you should get the audio version of it. You will love it. It's called oh God, what's it called? Now I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah,
It's written by that journalist, and he spent like a couple of years becoming a pickup artist.
What does this even mean?
I'm here.
Chris. I was like, what does that mean?
I don't know what it means, but it's funny.
It is like I'm just here for the free snacks.
The Game. It's called The Game. The Game by Neil Strauss. Oh my God, is that entertaining? That book. It is.
Like this one.
Unbelievable stories of turning nerds into pickup artists. It's great.
Yeah. See, that's what the whole thing is about. By the way, got a little hey there action, but
hey there.
Dead Punk made. And now to make this clear too, I will hire artists. Dead Punk made it because he was goofing off. But if I were making something that I would actually use, I hire actual artists. I think AI takes away their jobs. But if I'm goofing around, I'll take something like what Dead Punk made here, and I'll just play around, because it's funny. And I love his stuff. So that's what I'm playing with.
I think he's really talented.
God, he is so good. Like, we're putting the pickle you there. Yeah, but also
you're right, Chad. That one with the rose on the couch looked like he was on the Tonight Show. I agree.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to look kind of like there. We got the tweeting costs too damn much. Like he's so mad. Here's my happy. I went too far.
Twitter jail. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Oh, look here. He's on the pole. He's like, I don't need any pole vault. Wait. I do like that one. He just looks beat up there. Oh my God. There's a hiding behind there.
That was good too. Umbrella sales up. The newspaper said umbrella sales up.
You notice how like his stripper pole is underneath his grill?
That's so weird.
Oh my God.
I don't want to think about a pickle twerking on a pole. That's weird.
Pickle pole dancer,
Oh my God.
Get that money, baby. Get that money, baby. That umbrella hamster. That umbrella I forget who drew that for me. There was a fan art somebody made, and I keep
really
them.
funny.
Like, by the way, if you draw something, if I don't see it, if I don't respond, I didn't see it. So if you put it up on Twitter or something, and I don't like it or share it or talk about it, I did not see it because I keep everything people draw. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been making these. Look, for some reason, it made the pointer like a cigarette. Oh my God.
Oh, is that funny?
Oh God, I love these things. I love them. But yes, if you have never seen The Pickup Artist, you need to watch it. It is the greatest.
I wonder if it's on anywhere.
You will have to find it online. You might be able to find some of it on YouTube. Maybe some of it probably violates YouTube standards these days.
Oh my God. It looks like it might be on something called Just Watch. I don't know what that is.
We were going over the Shara post.
I was listening. I was listening in the car. When I made my great escape from the ER, I basically just told them I'm going to go because I'm pretty sure it's medicine. And they didn't fight me, which is why. So I felt really good about it because they were like, okay, if it happens again, come back.
Like as long as you can get out.
All right, it's good.
And but I found it interesting because, again, there's a certain paint chip type of person these days that is talking about the same thing, talking about suing YouTube. Isn't that
Oh, so isn't
interesting?
that interesting? So not only so BBB wants to sue YouTube, but I was going to bring that up when I was racing home to get here to say that's weird because Paint Chips is hatching a little plot to sue YouTube too, and he really shows that he doesn't know what YouTube is or how it works. It's
Or the
hilarious.
law, my God. Are you kidding me?
He also thinks that he's going to be able to unmask the people who reported his the revenge corn that he put on YouTube. Let me just save you the trouble, Paint Chips. You will never get that information.
Not only
That
that,
will
okay.
never be given to you. Not even
Really?
if you think you're going to get to discovery with Google, you're not. First
He's
of
not
all,
monetized. Where's the damages?
he has none, and he broke terms of service.
Yeah.
It is an open shut case of breaking terms of service.
Which he
YouTube,
agreed to. He contractually agreed to that for use of the
you
platform.
cannot sue Google because you broke their terms of service, and you did. You cannot post sexually explicit stuff on YouTube, even if it's digital, even if it's
Could you imagine
you're
that
calling it
lawsuit?
satire, but it's not.
Could you imagine that lawsuit bringing that into a federal or Florida court, depending where you want to go? Could you just imagine that video, bringing that in there?
Oh my God.
And being like, oh yeah, that's parody.
That's free
And be like,
speech and
well,
parody?
you created that in Florida, you say? With his what law again? Okay.
Florida doesn't allow that, Paint Chips, and Google would crush you. They would crush
Oh,
you
yeah,
so fast. Do it. Sue YouTube. I can't wait for that.
I really want to see that one, actually. I really do. But this was fascinating, too, to read through. So Shara is talking about, BBB, and she said, and I thought this line was very fascinating here. You told me you're using your client and what you really think of her with phrases like trailer trash. Insane. Trailer trash, though. They like that. You notice, I was mentioning this, Paint Chips and the ecosystem these days.
They love calling people hillbillies, and they use all this kind of derogatory language, don't they? But
isn't that stuff that could be directed right at the people they're supposedly defending? Because, if they live in a mobile domicile, let's just say, wouldn't they fit the quote unquote trailer trash?
Yes.
I mean, so maybe that's that she doesn't understand how insulting that is. Like, that fits them. It's like, oh, okay. Not just that, but you notice all of these people end up ultimately fleeing to the backwoods where we all live. I noticed somebody fled New York and they ended up in Florida, off in the hillbilly states, huh?
It's very strange. I mean, everything they do is something that everything they accuse us of or accuse us of being is something that they are. It's very strange.
It always has been. It's fascinating. I love it. I didn't know you'd be here. All right, would I? I would have not gone over the milquetoast post.
I heard the whole thing. I've been listening to you while I was sitting in the ER, so I was right there with you.
Don't you think it's interesting? They're like, oh, by the way, we're cooking up this scheme to go after anybody that's quote unquote pro Hales. Like again, I want to remind people that what the Hales media ecosystem is not a term that is attached because people don't like Jeremy Hales. It is a term that Bruce he created.
He made it up. We did not make that up. Bruce did. Bruce created it because he likes it. He wanted that name for him and his little media ecosystem. And it really it grinds my gears, so to say, to hear them trying to call people who listen to Jeremy the Jeremy Hales ecosystem. Dude, you made that word up.
They're just trying to hide.
You did that for you, for your people. You liked it. You decided that's what you wanted to call yourself. There's no ecosystem over here. We are doing what we always do. We are YouTubers. We cover court cases. We've been doing it for years. Lots of different court cases, especially ones that involve false allegations. That's our wheelhouse. That's where we live. And we've been doing it for years. And what have you guys been doing? No, you cooked up this whole scheme in the last year and a half. There's been no record of them doing any of this before Jeremy Hales. They decided to go after him with their little what the Hales media ecosystem, to quote BBB.
Yeah, and I pulled up the quote on there as well. And again, I find it real interesting that all starts, I mean, relatively soon after the contract is signed. We have 2 months later, bam, contract. Like I said, contract. Then 4 weeks or so pass, bam, the ecosystem is being talked about behind the scenes. I mean, that's really, when you think about it, again, that is really messed up, in my opinion. It's messed up that it exists anyway, but it seems like that's something that was not just created to go after somebody for vendetta. It's created because it goes after somebody to break them for cash.
Mm-hmm.
That's messed up.
I heard a sound clip too of Paint Chip saying he's going to turn this into a money-making activity for himself. He thinks he's going to turn Jeremy Hales' litigation into a money-making endeavor for him. He said that out loud. Very strange.
Why would you say this stuff out loud, man?
I don't know. And he said he was going to take that money from his followers and from other YouTubers. And he said that that's what he's doing. It's really funny how it's them saying they're going to take money from us, right? They're going to take money from Jeremy Hales' followers. Whereas when we explain what we do on YouTube and who we are and what we do, we always discuss how it is audience driven. We do what the audience wants to hear and also what we're interested in. And if the audience likes the topic, they support the show. This is entertainment. If you're not entertained, you won't support the show. So we aim to entertain you as much as we possibly can. That's what we do here. We have no desire to try and take money from somebody over there and somebody over there. Like, oh, I'm gonna target that guy and take his money. Like, what are you even talking about? This is YouTube. You entertain here, and then you get rewarded for that, for your efforts. And it's hard slogging, and it's absolutely an everyday grind. You got to get up and do it every day.
Well,
but it's fun.
Here's a question, though. That's building something, right? Okay.
Yes.
And when you look at versus reaching in the pocket of others, now, when you look at the past history of some people, especially being convicted of it, were they building something or were they reaching in other people's pockets?
So, yep. I think it's always been about reaching into other people's pockets, and they see an opportunity. These are grifters. They've been grifters for a long time. We've shown you the receipts. We've shown you the police records. We've shown you the court documents. These are people who grift for a living.
Yes, I heard they were also saying that they were going to sue because their background had been brought up. It's like
it's like maybe you shouldn't have broken the law then. I don't know.
Not even that. I mean, it's plastered everywhere when you search the name.
I know.
It's everywhere.
You can't get away from it. It's a public record.
Yeah.
I talk for a living. Tug and I use a microphone for a living. That's what we do. We talk. I write articles. We don't grift people. We joke about grifting. We do not but that's not what we do. We sit, we entertain, we find stories, we share them, we laugh, we tell jokes. That's what we do. These people are so crazy.
I sound pretty for a living. That's my
Oh, you're so blessed with that southern drawl. I'll tell you what.
Oh, I love it. You know what's funny? When I started out, these big YouTubers, they would run across my stuff. It was grow, and at 100 and 1,000. And I have some of these big YouTubers. They'd be like, "Hey, people with southern accents, they don't do very well. Maybe you should, use AI or something." I'm like, "Yeah, no thanks. I think I'll do okay. I think I'll be all right." And it's just funny because, taking that accent, yeah, you could be just like everybody else. You could sound exactly like them, or you could be yourself. And it's amazing how many of them recommended, be somebody else, sound like everyone else. I'm like, yeah, maybe that's why, a lot of people have trouble because they don't embrace who they are.
Yeah, you gotta be unique. You gotta be you. Just be you.
So let's
And
see.
you're great, Tug. And today is about you. Happy
Woohoo! Yes, singing
birthday.
our praises, damn it.
Yeah. Speaking of, I did send you a super chat, by the way, for your birthday. You probably haven't gotten to them yet
No, I
because
haven't
you have
read any of them
so
yet.
many.
Oh, God, there are a bunch.
There
Yeah,
are
there
so
a bunch.
many super chats. And by the way,
Great,
it's
though.
not too late to keep sending them in. Every super chat you send in, for every breadstick that comes
This
in,
sounded pretty. There we go.
a cockroach gets their wings or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Every By the way, I'm going to have a big exclusive story tomorrow. I'm going to be working on a video about the Laura Owens case because I have verified what?
I was thinking of funny things with that. I thought that every time you send a super chat, the wings thing, I was like, another fatty's denied some chicken wings.
Oh my
God.
I saw the funniest Babylon Bee article today. It was RFK to chase fat kids with a stick to fight childhood obesity.
Oh,
and it had this
no.
picture of him and this
Oh,
picture of
no.
him chasing these two fatties with the big stick over his head, and it was so
Oh,
funny.
no. I love the Babylon Bee articles are hilarious.
They're usually very funny. Did you watch that deep fake
I
AI?
did. Holy crap.
I loved that so much.
That was nuts.
The RFK jokes are epic right now. He was in a hearing recently about the food and the poison in the food and everything, and it was really good. I may go over that on my channel at some point because you guys know I love talking about getting the dyes out of our food. And there was a hearing about it, and it was great because he just took it to some of these people who were trying to fight him, and he was like, "Hey, listen, you said you were trying to get red dye out of food for 40 years. Give me some credit. I did it in 30 days." And that was really cool. I was like, yeah, you're right. He should get the credit. Let's work together, folks. We don't need poison in our food.
Hey, what's up, kiddo?
Yo, I got this fly knockoff here.
They can't see that, by the way. You're holding it out.
AKA
She's holding it out like you can see
figure.
it. Yeah, that's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figure. Yeah, she got a toy for my birthday. I thought that was really. I was like, "How's this
cool.
work?" Yeah,
I don't know whether or not I want to punch him or not.
Oh my God! All right, hey.
I want to throw him up the wall.
Yeah, you do. All right. He is cool though, actually.
Yeah,
we went over.
There's
a toy store that is opened up near here. Which is odd to see, and they carry old toys. They carry from
that's cool.
Yeah, from the 50s and 60s all the way up to present. So it's pretty awesome.
Are you live on your channel?
Yes, I'm live on my show.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, I'm sorry for acting like.
You're like, yes, nice. No, you're acting fine, kiddo. Love you. But I gotta keep going. I'll see you, baby. See you, kiddo. She wanted to show off her thing and to tell me that the little one got into my mom made a pie. So the little one had gotten into it. I was like, what? And she said, luckily I've secured the pie. It is okay.
Nice.
Yeah. I was like, no, that's my birthday pie. No. I don't want the little one wearing it coming down here. Okay. Anyway.
But yeah, I'm going to be working on a new video. I'm going to have it hopefully out tomorrow. I've got confirmation that the HCG clinic, there's an HCG clinic in Arizona that was subpoenaed for the grand jury. And I have all of that. I have the subpoena.
Does that deal with what that one person put up?
Yes.
My God. That was real?
It was real. Yeah. And I have the subpoena.
Oh my God.
But it's a grand jury. It's a grand jury subpoena. So I am redacting like crazy and like being careful. It's a huge story. It's a huge break in this case. It is the one thing that we didn't have a definitive answer on, which is how was she peeing positive?
I'm telling you, like that Laura Owens case is so wild. I mean, you talk about in props, you want to see the power of people when they invest and they cover something and they keep covering it. That's why we cover like we do in this case. We go through every scrap, every
Right.
scintilla. We have to, because look, in Laura Owens, what you found out, you started out with a claim of pregnancy and a guy who was like, yo, I didn't do this. And he was being raked over the coals. Dave Neal, he's the guy, him and a bunch of people behind him. They were putting these pieces together. Then you had more support. Megan Royals in, you have other YouTubers, myself, I get involved later on. And everybody starts putting together a story where you not only prove that what she said was a lie, but she had done this repeatedly. Like that, to me, you unmask a criminal of just an insane level, and she would have continued to perpetrate this if people didn't step up and actually put a stop to it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what's funny? So I was contacted by the guy from the Pretend podcast.
Mhm.
And he started doing a podcast about Laura Owens, and he wanted to interview me, and I gave him an interview. Nice guy, like super nice guy. Really good podcast, by the way. He's released one episode on the Pretend podcast about Laura Owens. If you haven't caught up on that case, it's a really good way to catch up because it's just one podcast episode. But he's going to do several more. Anyway, while we were talking, he goes, "Have you ever heard of LaDonna Humphreys?" I'm like, "No, I haven't." He goes, oh, you gotta listen to my series on it. And it's funny because he's the type of guy like us, like he's followed some case like for a really long time. And he's like, it's so complex and it's so crazy, but it's so similar to the Laura Owens case. Sure enough, I'm on like episode 5 now, LaDonna Humphreys part 5 on the Pretend podcast. This woman is insane. She and it ended the same way. It ended with her getting federal charges, but or felony charges, but she did this to people. She pretended to be, basically she was a podcaster. This is such a crazy story. She was doing true crime podcasts and investigating true crime, like missing persons cases. She would make contact with families, and then she would start like telling them we were going to get a tip line together. So we get tips, but then they would start getting these threatening messages from what some of them thought it was like the killer of their missing person. And it was horrific messages. Well, it turns out it was her the whole time doing it for years to different people. And whether it was to get more podcast listeners or who knows, but she ruined people's lives for years. You guys have to catch up on this.
That's why
Humphreys thing.
That's why when people talk about what we do out here, one of the things, again, I'm not saying that I don't cover something. If it interests me, I'll get involved, but I like a case that I can be involved in the long haul, because at the end of the day, I really do believe if you look at some of the work that's been done, make a difference. And you're talking about some stuff that it takes a long time to expose, like the Clayton Eckerd stuff. It came together relatively quickly because she had so much proof out there, and that's still, I mean, look at the time period it took. That was still fast for that kind of case, because she didn't hide her crimes very well. So
right.
Laura Owens,
she never thought she was going to get caught because
she wouldn't have.
She wouldn't have gotten caught if she had not done this to someone that had a small amount of fame.
Yeah.
Because Clayton Eckerd was attached to the Bachelor franchise, he was on a Bachelorette and he was the Bachelor. He had enough of an audience that people got interested, and then they got mad, and that was it. And like, if she had stuck to guys nobody knew, she would have gotten away with it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And that's scary because there's, until I see a repercussion for this anyway, I'm still, I'm still leery, but I'm feeling a little more positive. I mean, they are gearing up. They're doing something. Now, I don't think they'll come down hard on her hard. They could surprise me.
I do. I
so?
do. I've got more info I can't talk about yet, but I'm telling you, it's going to get worse.
I've seen so many of these cases, and with a person yelling about their mental health, and they end up with a suspended sentence. They end up with something that, hits like, 5 years suspended sentence.
Well,
You know,
yeah,
it's
she
like,
might get, I mean, that might happen, but even any conviction is going to be a huge win. And by the way,
somebody.
it could only happen, the suspended sentence like that, if she pled.
Yeah.
You really think she's going to plead?
No, that's true. That's true.
No
Yeah.
way. No way. And if she doesn't
Well,
plead,
I wonder,
they're going to throw the book at her if she
do
doesn't
you
plead.
think Gingy is actually telling her to fight?
I would imagine, yes. He always tells her what she wants to hear.
Man, see that's terrible. Like in a lot of ways, I believe that he should be culpable, not for the things that happened there, but for her never taking responsibility. These enablers, they are terrible. And it's criminal in its own way, because they do this because they also get paid for it. I mean, a lawyer.
Right.
A lawyer does have a responsibility to the truth. Whether we see them not do that, they're supposed to. We saw people walk away from Laura Owens and apologize.
Corey Keith did. Yeah. And it's weird because also in the rules of ethics, right, for lawyers, there are specific rules about dealing with a client who has psychological or other disabilities, right? And those are specific to someone who may have mental disorders or learning disabilities. You have to take extra care that you give them good, sound legal advice. And I think he's on real thin ice where that's concerned, because I think we can all see that she's got something going on. We don't know what, but there's something there that isn't right. And if you're enabling somebody like that to continue just shooting themselves in the foot, there has to be some kind of responsibility.
They create more victims in this stuff. I mean, unfortunately, through this whole thing, no matter what, we will look at Laura Owens. Everybody looks at Laura Owens. They talk about her, right? But the victims get lost in a lot of this, and they do in any of these cases.
Yeah.
People become fascinated with the why of these folks. But look at all the lives she has ruined, and she ruined some of her victims' lives. I mean, and we're not just talking about accusations dragging them through court. I mean, what she did with protective orders, holy crap, man.
Oh, so bad. And one of her victims, Mike Maricini, when I interviewed him, he talks about how it has affected him in so many ways. Like he gets super anxious to go interview for a job if he has to get a job, because it's affected him being able to get hired because he has that protective order. And then he gets all this anxiety about having to interview and then about keeping a job. The anxiety that these men feel after what happened to them is really off the charts bad. I mean, Greg Gillespie, this last time that she re-upped the protective order, she had him served by the sheriff at work.
See, she should pay for that stuff. I mean, she
know.
should.
Well, and the thing is that she's trying legitimately to get them fired. She's doing it that way. She knows where he lives. They could have sent a sheriff to his house, but she didn't. She made sure that it went to his work.
She did all this too because she was told no. I mean, ultimately, that's what it's all about. It's about payback for being told no.
For being rejected, yep.
And that is insane. People talk about her mental health needs. Yes, she has a problem, by the way, but ultimately that doesn't excuse her behavior.
No. Lots of people have problems. Lots of people have mental disorders. In fact, I used to work with a girl who was diagnosed borderline personality disorder, and everybody kind of thinks like, oh, that's the worst one, and that's really scary. You would not have known it unless she told you. And I remember saying that to her once, and she goes, yeah, that's because I'm in therapy.
Yeah. Well,
that's because I take it seriously and because I'm working to, improve myself.
Most people that are diagnosed with it, that means they recognize that they have that issue. They've either been caught doing something terrible, which that would cause a diagnosis, or they have been diagnosed, if they've done it voluntarily, they see that there's a problem with behavior. And remember, it's a catch-all too. Some of the people that are in that catch-all box, we see the worst of the worst. We see these celebrities, like again, throwing the name out there, like Amber Heard. That borderline personality, definitely.
Definitely her.
And she was diagnosed with that.
What did Dr. Muffin say? It was histrionic, borderline, and something else.
Narcissistic.
Maybe.
Yeah, it was. I mean, she was definitely the epitome of all of those. But it makes anybody.
And she was in denial. She was in denial. And when you're in denial with those things, it can be real bad. And you're talking about violence, and you're talking about lying and, compulsive bad stuff. Plus she had addictions on top of it. So that just compounds everything terribly. You have to be aware. It's really hard to treat personality disorders. So whatever it is Laura's dealing with, we know there's something, but that doesn't mean it can't be treated. And it doesn't mean she has an excuse to ruin lives because she can't get her own mental health under control. It's just not okay.
Man, I've been going through some stuff here.
I know you were going through that Shara post. I did kind of want to see what the rest of it said. I didn't get to read the rest of it.
I was going to show you something real quick too. So I was going through you've seen those pictures from Anime Matsuri with the masks, like the Jason mask. Yeah. So my boy who makes those, he made some other ones. Check these out. These are cool. I love these things.
Oh my gosh.
These are terrible pictures because I'm taking them. I just took it right now.
Oh, they're so cool though.
Yeah. But he actually has a legit mold from one of the Friday the 13th movies. So it's the legit, they have like 6 to 10 molds for each movie. And he ended up with one of the molds because he was an effect artist, well, he still is an effect artist, but he used to do major movies. And I ran into him. I was like, man, I need a mask. And, we're both horror fans. So he's like, I got the greatest thing ever.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, let's at least crash this one out here, So you aggressively crashed into my messenger. We've heard that before. And told me everything, knowing I was working as a journalist. You then tried to lock down my story with fake legal team bro. We saw that happen too in real time. And you notice they dropped that, they never. Yeah,
they don't talk about that anymore. Yeah. Isn't that funny? There were all these threats about, it's privileged, blah, blah, blah. Then she dropped stuff and silence.
Yeah. I mean, it was fascinating because they made a lot of threats about that. I mean, they were very vocal about threatening her. And they also said if she came out and talked about it, they had a laptop. They were going to drop all this terrible stuff about her. And I had just the threats they made, it really motivated her. It very well did. But in all while, you and your client broke your own privilege and yes, indeed, that's true. Bringing her in, they know they messed up because they broke privilege. That's it. That is exactly why they freaked out about it. So let's get all that on the record. You're making it necessary. I've tried to remain quiet for the record, but you kept going. That's true. The evidence shows a child is clearly at risk, and the bleep, the pew pew, and fed to alligators comment from your client and the HM, the hitman gig, your client told me her and JC were seeking regarding Jeremy Hales, and more disturbing facts, awfully ignored by you. Wait, more disturbing than that?
Yeah, more disturbing than disturbing. Well, does she have more disturbing than that?
Yeah, she said, and more. I'm like, is there more? I wouldn't be surprised.
Drop it on us, Shara.
Hey, she's, that last video where she dropped that contract.
Oh, that was big time.
God, that was epic. So, Shara, you still have us listening, for sure. But says, not by me. Stay tuned. And again, this was talking about that last video where she dropped that because this was starting 3 weeks ago. I cannot stand by and watch multiple innocent people harmed, including myself, while I have the evidence to prove the truth, the story public a concern. Unlike you, I was begged to investigate. We saw that, by the way. We actually saw proof of that too, and report the case. The judge has been very tolerant and fair. I'd say
that's overly so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a true statement that he's been very tolerant and fair to them. I think
I
he's
think
been pretty unfair to Jeremy
yeah,
at times because he's gone bent over backwards to be
yeah,
tolerant
that's
of them.
definitely not fair. I mean, especially when you look at Bruce's background, which he has every reason to look into Bruce now with what he pulled in a courtroom. Yeah, all he had to do was search his freaking name.
I
You know,
know.
I mean, that's it. Like, look at some document. That stuff we were reading
Look at
last
those
night. I was
freaking
trying to.
articles that he reads. Look at that he writes. Just look at his articles.
Well, you know, we didn't even finish. There was so much last night that
I know, and we didn't even finish
oh
it.
my God, we do. We need to, the next
We need to
time
finish
we go,
that.
we need to hype that up because that really does. People need to really pay attention to that. We need to go through, highlight the main points that came up through what we hit, and then compare and contrast them with everything that's happened before, you know, or with this
Mhm.
case. Because when you draw them, when we were going through that, I was like, oh my God, I recognize this, you know, I
Well,
recognize.
yeah, because he has a pattern of behavior. The
Mhm.
guy has a totally, repeated pattern of behavior, and it's unbelievable.
I've never seen somebody target judges like this, though, you know. And then remember when he had the audacity to complain about like DUI guy talking about the grudge judge,
Yeah.
saying that he was targeting a judge and he was doing all this, and we find out that this guy went to that confirmation hearing
Oh my God,
and
he's targeted at least, I counted, he's targeted at least 3 judges publicly, but there could be more that we don't
that's
know about
nuts.
yet. But I've counted 3 that he's publicly written about, and 1 who he went to that judiciary hearing about.
Well, we knew there had to be more because when he wrote that article, you know, he was talking about fleeing because he's been persecuted and all this stuff. So you knew there had to be more.
Yep.
So yeah.
And I'm sure we'll find even more.
Oh
He's
yeah.
been
I'm
in
sure.
he
I'm sure
says
there's some more
he
good
says
stuff.
he's been in practice for 27 years or something. And so far, the oldest one I found was like 2012. You know there's gotta be more before
Well,
then.
he got fired from that one company, but it was backed up. Whatever, you know, with the firing, they ended up saying it was wrongful, but that was in 2005. So he had an issue with the company then, and I'd be curious about reading through exactly how that transpired. You know, what exactly happened with that for
Uh-huh.
sure to understand it, because it did go his way then in 2005, but still. That's yet, you know, it's still when you put it into the pattern. I wonder if that started a pattern. In fact, it would be interesting to know if winning there, you know, it started this pattern of behavior. But yet there is another you're building grievances with. Yet here is okay. I've never witnessed anyone like MP, JC, 2L, and you. And that's true. All you, public concern. You and your clients and PR are harming my health, stealing my peace. I'm not going to hush it up and take it. That's good, actually, by the way. Disinfect it with light. I'm going to protect myself and the innocent in this case. This post is for my protection. She said a lot in that, actually. I would love to see a post if she has it, calling her the clients trailer trash. That would be very fascinating. Again, though, the way this is gone, it doesn't matter what comes up. He could say whatever, and they're just like, let's spin that. It's no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's so amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Attorney BBB, you and your team, PR and MP, are fully documented lying about me. Set me up. Yeah, she's talking about the document. I'm going to says, give me a second. I'm going to click this and see what it is. And what is this? She actually highlighted a post. Let me see what this says. Give me a second. I'm trying to see when it was posted. So this is from the 22nd. I couldn't read it as small as it was.
Yeah, it was really
You had
small.
Marla, you know, she's one of
She
people.
liked or she laughed at
She
it.
laughed at it. Yeah, because she's always stalking posts, isn't she? So apparently she's still obsessed. It's fascinating that they talk about Shara being this terrible blah, 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 and yet she's stalking Shara's posts. That's fascinating. So said, you left out part of his statement if they find out a child's involved. I wonder what that's about. Actually, he'd be in protective custody. I don't know what that's about.
They put chomos in protective custody. Was his public statement stated as a statement of fact to thousands of people in a high-profile case by R on 2L, supported by 2L, the voice and the PR for MP, JC, and BM, video dated April 21st. What child is R referring to? I guess she's talking about Robbie. I rarely post here, but I'm collecting this case for the story I'm covering. Okay, I don't know what that all is about.
I don't know either.
But I think it's funny that she knows the word chomo. That makes me laugh.
I want to hear her say it. Like, just, you know.
Goo goo gaga chomo.
Oh yeah, that'd be amazing. Actually, that sounds like a really weird commercial. Goo goo gaga chomo.
Chomo.
It sounds like a bad product. Yeah. 2L said she knows how to keep her mouth shut. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Shara, that was funny.
Yeah. And
she's funny. She has a good sense of humor.
She puts some fun. I can hear her voice in this stuff. It makes me laugh.
I know.
You know, when we go and pull up stuff, that was one of the things. Her goo goo gaga blah blah.
That was always so funny.
By the way, let me shill for a second. God, there's a bunch of these already, but I'm still going to shill. If you like this content, make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you like. And if you'd like to go further, make sure that you send those breadsticks. And thank you. Also, thank you for the many. There have been many so far. Happy birthday messages and stuff. I've been getting them all day. I've been responding to people as I can. There have been a lot of people that have sent that. And I've noticed them all. And I thank you. I've been trying to respond, but you know,
Tug's got to keep that groupie cash train, running. And the groupie cash train runs on what again? Breadsticks. That's right. It does. It runs on breadsticks. So make sure you send him. His birthday only comes once a year, folks.
That makes sense. Once. It goes choo choo. Choo choo choo. Never realized that.
Choo choo. You're shoveling those breadsticks right into that fire,
Gotta eat them. Got to. All right, let's see. Commentary and documentation for my protection. Attorney Bruce, your PR just said, quote, "There is a suit, unquote, against me you're cooking up over there." Huh. That's interesting, huh? So they've threatened Shara again that they're going to sue her.
Who aren't they threatening all the time to sue?
No, but they flash.
It's getting really boring.
I don't know if Shara went and disputed the copyright claim or not, because the copyright system ultimately boils down to whether or not you're willing to take it to court, and they have no ground to stand on with that. Again, fair use. She is 100%. There is so much case law with that.
Did you read the full request that Super Dave put out there about needing help?
Yes. Yeah.
Because you know what cracked me up about that is
you
that
want to look at it, man? Let me.
Yeah, they're really reaching. They really don't have anything, do they? Why do they need help finding these things they say are so obvious that we're such terrible people?
They want to connect, though. Okay, so now the same people that are platforming a guy who went to jail for extortion and fraud want to say, oh, well, can we connect these people? Any streams that connect these people we want to take down to any. First of all, again,
it's so weird.
You're pro Hales if you're not part of the anti What the Hales media ecosystem, apparently, and of course, do I believe well, okay, let's look at it. We have Ohio protective order granted. We have 2.
So the Ohio judge is pro Hales.
Yeah, I guess. I suppose so. That's what they keep saying, you know. But we've had 2 violations of that already on record. We've seen that come in, and we've seen some crazy stuff. But yeah, he's like, it appears. I mean, listen if they can talk about this. Is some conspiracy shit. And like I was saying before, he's already been noticed that any kind of communications he's having, he's supposed to preserve this stuff. So. Do you know he's having community? He's telling you right here. So this is obviously about, it appears the ball has been set in motion. That's talking about some communications he's having. And he's communicating with someone else because he's trying to send this stuff to someone. you know. So
Mhm.
you can tell here. But to hold those harassers. Now look who he wants to go after, though. He wants to go after
Is this the best they
veterination.
have? A guy who called CPS because he was concerned about a video he saw online one time? That is not, you can't go after him for that. That's a good faith.
Well,
It's a good faith basis. It's done. Over.
what does it mean when Bruce sat on there and he sat through the call? He actually stayed on the call, stayed on the stream,
Yeah.
and with everything. Does that make him
And then he
part of it?
talked to him afterwards.
Yeah, and he said he wanted to come back on and everything.
Yeah, very strange.
So he
Very,
endorsed
very
the show. I mean, again, the way he's talking to him and stuff, and saying that, he's so much better than all these other folks and everything else. He was talking to him again. He endorsed the show. He told people that he endorsed it publicly. How then can the lawyer that represents these people, how can you have endorsement from him and yet turn around and try to sue?
I have no idea. By the way, I don't think you can be sued for calling CPS with the kind of thing he called them for. You could maybe be sued if you made multiple false calls that were, demonstrably false. But he called because there was a report of neglect and lice and stuff, and he was worried. I mean, those reports existed. We have Lynette, in her own words, on text messages telling people about how the trailer's infested with lice and stuff. I mean, a lot of people would be concerned by that. There's this is not a thing you can sue someone for. One phone call?
I found that other message. Give me a second. I was looking for claims and different claims, and I ran across this one. I read this earlier, and I'd forgotten about this one.
Oh, and also she suffered no damages. CPS did not come and do anything.
Right.
I mean, they might have come, but they didn't do anything. So what damages did you suffer from
how are they going to claim that they're not making like money hand over fist? Because like that's the thing I'm confused about in all of this. I mean, you have these people over here that I've talked about, they're indigent, but they have managed to complete building this fence monstrosity. They made enough money that they could build their home, which they've talked about not being able to do on their own. They've had multiple like Christmas, all that. Again, this is just money they are making on the back of all this. So I don't understand the damages portion. Personally.
I don't either. I don't. And why can't Dave spell veteran?
Veteran. I don't know. Maybe.
Veteran nation.
Oh no. But I mean, I saw quotes too. Like she made a quote. I think this is out of a Shara video, I believe. But it said, John's making her leave today. He said he don't effing care. She's got to go. Well, she goes, he's going as well, because he's just as dangerous, just as abusive as JH. He's an alcoholic, and I believe he would do something bad to my daughter.
Again, how does she figure that she can say these things?
Yeah, how can you put out these warning signs, these red flags, and then when people take
and you expect people not to be concerned when you say that he is abusing this little child? I mean,
and again, making this clear, don't contact anyone. No organizations, no people, Yeah,
blah, blah. It doesn't work. I mean, obviously, they don't take it seriously, so there's no point.
Nope.
But I mean, in any other normal situation, if you knew this about somebody was saying that a little child was in danger, it would be the right thing to do. Call. This is just a weird situation where nobody in authority cares. But if I knew, let's say that this was happening, I saw it as, maybe a neighbor of mine, and I knew that this neighbor was saying that her husband who lives there with the little girl is abusing her, you better believe I'd be on the phone calling.
I just noticed Veteran Nation is on there twice.
Oh my God, he really can't spell veteran.
Yeah,
it wasn't just
really
a typo.
Is. It's not a typo. He spelled it the same way twice. That's awesome. So he wants that video, by the way. It's totally documented. It's all out there. Squid pro quo. If this actually is said, I was like, is there what? So he says that Super Dave's body will not be found in Wisconsin woods due to family she has in said state. That was also on Veteran Nation stream.
Okay,
Right?
I would be. I've never
I'd
heard
be
it. I
very,
don't know, but I'd be very
I'd be,
interested to know the direct quote because
yeah, you know.
if it was something like what you've said, which is, if you come to my house, my doorbell reloads. That's
Well,
not
you come to my house trying to do harm to me, like, fucking A, I'm going to take you seriously. You
right.
know? I mean, just straight up. So, I mean, yeah, if these people are making threats, I mean, are we supposed to? That's not parody. I mean, she has a child, which they said, choking would be funny on. So, I would say that harm to that kid. Some of these people, they don't seem like they would care too much about it. From their public statements, I thought that was all funny.
Well, it also sounds like it might have been hyperbole too. So it depends on what the exact quote was. I don't
even know if there's a direct quote. Period. Maybe that's just manufactured bullshit.
Right. It could just be completely made up.
Yeah.
This is the first I've heard of it, so I don't know.
All DJ,
but I do have to say though, it's wishful thinking that no one would find that body. I don't know where the hell you would hide a body like that. I can't think about where you'd be able to
find info. It's like saying, you misplaced Saturn.
I mean, you'd have to find a really deep hole, I guess. I don't know.
Man.
But it would also have to be quite wide.
Hey, did she?
No,
really
I don't think
Come
so.
on. And then, okay, the DJ Redis thing really kills me because he endorsed DJ Redis for the longest time. There are posts of it. We covered that when Slug brought that stuff up. He was like, yo, you supported this dude for the longest time when he did the same thing he's doing now when he did to someone else. But when it pointed your way, you don't like it anymore. Now, how does that cross from if he's doing the exact same thing and you thought it was parody before, how is it now harassment? Oh, because it's about you. Okay. I see. That's interesting. But it's like any of it that crosses the line from parody to harassment. I flagged the whole channel.
What is he? Is he the Supreme Court now? He knows the difference between parody and harassment. It's like any content that crosses the line. Where's the line? Which line? What line are we talking about?
If you're not sure, send it all. So he's told you his entire
channel.
If it's been submitted, then what does it matter?
Now, I will admit, I have not seen every video that DJ Radis has ever made. I have watched a few that I was like, oh, that's a little over the line for me. It's not my sense of humor. I don't like it. That doesn't mean it's not
hustler stuff too, and it was very much protected,
Exactly. I was just going to say that, but that doesn't mean it's not protected. It just means, you if it's a little too far over your line, you go somewhere else.
Well, these are the same people that defend revenge corn,
exactly.
by saying that was parody. So it's interesting where their lines are drawn. Any stream, now I thought this was in it, that connected these people to major. So you know who they're talking about. So they're like guilt by association. If I've ever talked about, I have, by the way, talked about Trination. I talked to him about that fucking call. I'm 100%. It is up there. I interviewed him on that and we talked about it. And yes, you are welcome to try to throw that into litigation because I asked him about whether or not that was a good faith effort. We had a conversation about it 100%, and we had a conversation about BBB being there. We had it after we found out that right after he had a conversation with BBB and he told him how great he was trying to flag his channel down. So it was some two-faced bullshit, amazing stuff to find out. But yeah, so major pro hell. So if you're not one of them, apparently, I thought everything was free speech these days too. I thought they said that Jeremy suing was so far over the line because, everything's free speech. But unless somebody else speaks, then it's not.
Exactly. It's always free speech for them, but nobody else.
Man, I tell you, posting shit like this publicly to be like, hey, I'm conspiring with somebody to make sure that I can go after and that's a good way to work yourself into some litigation, buddy. I mean, he works on it. He very well is. And then any threats from any streamer directed at I was like, why not? If we're talking about threats, wouldn't it be interesting if he would send quotes from John Cook about feeding someone to alligators? You remember that? Or,
Oh yeah,
nailing someone to a cross? I mean, I'm sure he's ignored
I
all of that
remember.
stuff. Yeah. Or how his buddy, that he likes to have, or he's had around, all paint chips, talks about projectiles in the eyes, and,
Mhm.
people needing to sleep with Glocks under the pillows.
I do recall. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So, I
Some of the
mean,
weirdest this is some of the weirdest shit that's ever happened in my life, I'll tell you that much right now. Some of the weirdest communications I've ever received are from that guy, and just absolutely bizarre. And the more I get into some of these stories and, like, it's funny how there are people out there who will do the most bizarre things, and I feel privileged that we have been able to uncover some of these bizarre people, and I feel like we're in an elite
I feel like
class,
we're in
Tuck.
the Twilight fucking zone sometimes.
Yes, twice.
Yeah.
Thank you, chat. Twice, right? It wasn't just once. Like, we keep coming across these fucking weirdos, and it's just amazing. And I feel very grateful for it. I said in a text, I think it was to Jeremy, I think you were on that text. I said, I continue to thank God every day that he makes my enemies so low IQ, paint eating weirdos, because they're just nutty.
Yeah, they're absolute whack jobs. They really
Total
are.
whack jobs.
Oh, I do enjoy the fact though that this stuff, again, I feel like I always need to say I wouldn't wish it on anyone, but this guy, like, my God, it's so unpredictable. I don't know what the fuck. Like, these people are unhinged to the level of, I can't stop watching the train wreck. I really can't.
At some point, we've got to reach out to Dinesh and find out how
Yeah.
it's affected him.
Oh, that's affected him terribly.
Oh God,
Because, I mean, that guy, you've
he
seen
had
his
like this
videos.
really thriving YouTube channel, and like everything was going fine, and now these weirdos, again, the weirdos, just derailing it completely because one woman got upset that he identified her in a viral video. But again, don't do bad things in public, folks. Stop behaving crazy in public. Stop doing bad things to people, and then you won't be in a viral video. It's that easy.
It's just fascinating. Again, that should have, I read the complaint, and it sounds very much like a cut and dry freedom of speech issue. I mean, again, she did crazy things. She got identified in that. Like, what's the problem?
What's the problem? Like, if you just shut up about it, eventually people forget. They move on to the next
forget
crazy lady.
quickly. They forget
Like,
quickly.
remember this woman? Wait, I've got a button for this. I have a button for this.
That motherfucker back there is not real.
Yeah. Well, she embraced it, to be honest. Like, that was the
something. I don't even remember her last name, but I mean, it for like, I don't know, a solid month, she was all anybody could talk about. And I'm sure that was really uncomfortable, but it was a really funny video. And like, yeah, it went viral, but like, just ride it out, keep your head down, and we will move on to the next weirdo having a meltdown on the plane, and no one will remember you. Although you might end up on my soundboard, but it's all in good fun. It's all in good fun, and we love her. We love her. Tiffany's great. She's hilarious. She went on Alex Stein. She did a couple interviews. It was funny. It was good times. You don't have to go crazy and sue everyone.
I had to mute for a second there. Sorry.
I thought for a moment you fainted. I should have filled the dead air, but I was taking a drink.
Yeah.
So
you were like, I gotta breathe for a second.
Hey, at least I don't have to remind myself to breathe anymore. That symptom has gone away.
Yeah, for real. For real.
Seriously, I was like, wait, I haven't breathed in how long? It was so weird. It was so weird.
I think I'm gonna hit some super chats. I got a few of these to cover, so I think I'm gonna hit those. And
I'll stick around for a little bit.
All right. J-Duck, thanks for the 20 there. Happy birthday from all of us to you. That's right. I love it. Hope you have a great day. That's awesome. I love that we've made the Chi-Chi song come back,
Yes.
Happy birthday to we're glad you're getting healthier this year and wish you many more to come. Thank you. Did you see the Scarface birthday avatar? Yeah, I did. Actually, I reposted that. Did you see that, by the way? Let me pull that up.
The Scarface birthday avatar? No.
Oh my God. That's another dead punk creation. It's so
that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh my God. I got to show you one other thing too that came up today. I thought was really funny. So this is a dead punk one, Look at that. He was like, "Hey, happy birthday, Tug. Don't overdo it with cake, my friend. I hear that stuff makes you paranoid."
Funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I love
Cake
it.
on the nose.
I love it.
I love that. I love the Tony Montana reference. That's so good. And he got the slouch right. Like, look, here's Tony Montana. It's perfect.
Oh my God, that's perfect. The slouch.
I love it. I mean, he got it all there. There was another thing that I saw today and was reading through, and I thought it was really funny. So, Mary Lincoln's here is
Mary Lincoln's. Mary Lincoln has a Substack, by the way.
Yeah, that's what. Look at this. So here's her. The day I met Tug, a Murfreesboro Martini mystery. Accidentally joined a masked man and 3 candy-loving kids. A faction of squirrels. And what I think is a legal sting operation. Oh my God. There's a gumball, a gavel, and a napkin that says the mask stays on.
Wait, did she write this story?
Oh yeah, it's in here. Yeah, there's a whole
Substack. I love Mary Lincoln's, by the way.
This Substack, I'll have to read it one day. Like, I need to dedicate more time to it though, because it's long, but it's funny. It's worth the read.
Mary Lincoln's, by the way, her voice is coming to my super tips soon.
Oh really? So here's look at all the pictures in here too. Like, these are awesome. Look, it's got all the
strap in sugar lips. God, I love her.
Oh God, it's so. Look at that
moonshine tastings. the judgment zone. Look at the squirrel. The mean mugging squirrel.
Yeah, the squirrels are part of the. She's like, "I'll drink." Oh, look, mask guy in the back.
Oh, so good. The squirrels arrived. The mean mugging squirrels.
The squirrel showdown with subpoenas.
Oh my God, this is funny.
Oh God, it's funny. The mask stays on. The gummy bear nose.
Oh my God, she's so funny. I love
the lug bug and Tug Teeny.
The tree teeny. I love it. Mary Lincoln's has the best martini recipes.
I love that.
Really.
This is actually awesome. I'm gonna put the link to this if anybody wants to check it out and put it in the chat, by the way.
Mary Lincoln's is the comedian we never knew we always needed.
You never knew you wanted, but you needed it in your life.
But you do. I live for her Chester stories. I live for her. And when Christopher comes to help her with the computer, I love it. I love every bit of Mary Lincoln's. She is the best.
Let me give some love to some other people out here too. Cheryl, thank you. Send a 50 there. Thank you. Send a happy birthday. Cash App, thank you for that. That is awesome of you. Much appreciated there. Joan sent 20 through PayPal saying, Tug, wish you the happiest of birthdays. Thank you for being you. Well, thank you. I thank you for being here too. We appreciate you. Much, much love for you and the Tuglets from our family in the UK. Well, that is awesome. Thank you too. That is great. Sally, 50 as well through Venmo, saying happy birthday. I hope you had an amazing one. Oh, that is awesome too. That is Sister Sal that sent that. Thank you, Sister Sal. That is awesome too. Fran dropped a 40 through Venmo. Happy birthday, man. That's great. Thank you. And Kathy dropped a 20 as well. Happy birthday. Hope you had a great day too. I did. I had to stream. I had a weird mixed day. You know how that is. A birthday is another day. So
Yep.
yeah. As a kid, it's an amazing expect. But as you become an adult, it's a day you still have to do things on, and the day doesn't pause. So it was another day, but it was. There's a lot to be thankful for. I had the gifts for my kids. I'm thankful for them. They're hilarious. They're great. I'm thankful for this. I'm thankful for you. I'm glad we got to do this, actually. I'm glad you're healthy,
Aw.
by the way.
Thank you.
I've had a lot of fun, man. It has been a lot of fun in this year.
It has been a
our
lot of
streams have
fun.
been good.
I'm thankful for you too.
Well,
We've
thank
had a
you.
lot of fun.
Oh, man. We're going to have a hug off. That's great.
Stop it. The rumors will start
Oh,
again.
no.
Next thing you know, I'll be accused of flashing something on stream. I don't know. I don't even know. The accusations are
I had to
so
go back,
bizarre.
so I was curious about the whole bathing suit thing. So I had to go
The
back.
bathing suit scandal
Yeah.
of 2024.
I finally, it took me a while. I was like, man, I don't even remember how that all came together. And it finally all pieced for me. I was like, oh yeah, because you were in a state where I was not. You were on the ground reporting. There was a lot of stuff going on, but you were nice enough to pop in and be like, yo, by the way, let me give you some exclusive stuff that's going on here. So, man, that's appreciated. And anybody trying to mess that shit up, man, screw that. That really makes me mad. Because that's somebody being decent. That's somebody being a friend. So anybody targeting somebody for that really makes me mad. So people need to put their priorities in check. People want to have problems with everything people do sometimes,
I was talking to somebody today about that, actually. I said, it's really unfortunate. This only happens to women. Women get accused. If you have male friends, they won't accuse the male friends of anything, but they'll accuse the woman of being somehow, a hussy or whatever, because she's hanging out with male friends. And it was funny because this person I was talking to, she goes, well, what's funny about you, she goes, is that I know most of your friends are guys because you love stupid jokes. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. I love stupid, immature jokes, and men are really stupid and immature most of the time.
Indeed. And I don't know. You don't take offense to a lot of BS. So that means you can hang with
I like to laugh.
like guys. Well, guys like to make fun of each other.
Exactly. I love the roasting. The roasting
that's
is a lot
supposed
of
to
fun.
make you live longer. And I understand why. There were studies done that said that they have stronger bonds like that and they live longer. And that's true because you think about it. You don't personally, offense is not, it's not given, it's taken. And you get used to people roasting you. Like, what really offends you after a while?
Nothing.
Yeah,
if you can survive Ricada's chat, nothing will ever offend you ever again.
Phase you again, indeed. So Lou, by the way, thank you for the 5 there. Wishing you a blessed birthday and many more wonderful years. Thank you. That is awesome of you. I do appreciate it. Wyatt's Grammy, thanks for 5. Happy birthday, Tug. Wyatt's birthday is tomorrow. By the way, let me give some love to Wyatt. Let me bust him out a song. Happy birthday from all of us to you. Happy birthday. All your dreams come true. Man, I'm glad we got to. I'm telling you, I never thought years later I'd be bringing back the Chi-Chi song. So that is amazing. of any accomplishment, I hope we somehow push that into the vernacular again.
I know we should. Everyone should be singing this. I hate the birthday song, the regular one. Anyway, it sounds like a funeral dirge.
I do too. It's boring.
It's so boring.
That's got to be up to like the Chi-Chi's one is up tempo. It's wishing you something positive. It sounds like you want something good to happen for somebody. So Jack, thanks for the 5. Happy birthday, Tug. I hope this year brings you lots of laughter. I have the feeling it will. Thank you. I appreciate it. I do feel like it's going to. Stacy R, thanks for the 2 there. Happy birthday, Tug. Thank you, Stacy. Appreciate that. Jack's mom also dropped a gifted membership there too. Thank you for that. I love those, so I appreciate that a lot. Rach, thanks for the 10 there. Happy birthday. Hope it was a day you could relax and enjoy. I enjoyed some of it. I got to do a little bit of stuff I wanted to. I mean, it's good. Like I said, I'm no complaints. No complaints. Living another year, that's amazing. Here's a puzzler. Thanks for the 5. Happy birthday from all of us to you. Happy birthday. Make all your dreams come true. Thank you for that. I
love it.
appreciate that. Yeah, I like that I'm getting those returned. Awesome. Oh, C-Mac, thanks for the 11 months. We're rolling in almost a year there. Thank you, C-Max. Big happy birthday, Tuck. Hope you're having the best day, and thank you for being here with us on your birthday. We love you lots. Well, thank you for that. Love return, too. I love hanging out with you folks. It's great. Tony Linguist, thanks for the happy birthday, Tug Father. Oh, man, the mafia speaking. And Bonnie, thanks for the 10 there. Happiest birthday. Hope you had a great day. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I did. So thank you. Wanda, thanks for the 20 there. Happy birthday, Tug. Hello, Megan. Hey, you made it back in time, by the way, to get the hellos. That's awesome.
I know. I was racing home. I was like, I can make it. I can make it.
You were like, I'm not missing out.
No, not missing Tug's birthday. I was so bummed, and I was like, I have to go to the ER. This sucks. I mean, but that blood pressure was terrifying. I was like, what the hell?
No, I mean, that's good that you got to take. I saw where you messaged, but I'd been laying down. I took a nap, you know.
I figured you were sleeping or you would have responded.
Yeah, always freaking. I take a little bit of sleep time, you know, before stream.
Yeah, of course.
I woke up, I was like, no, but you'd already gotten there and we're situated. I was like, okay, well, it's good. At least, you know, you're not, you know, you're responding. So that's a good sign. You know, there's responses after the fact. Dwayne, thanks for the 50 there. Thank you, Dwayne, man. Appreciate you. Happy birthday, Tug. Great day. And hi, Megan.
Hi.
Sue, thank you for the 5 there. Wait, Enzo DeBaker, make this for you. Enzo DeBaker, huh? Making it for me. All right, Enzo DeBaker, the Tug Father. Thank you. It sounds like a mob character, actually. It does. Dwayne also dropped that 2 months there. Happy birthday. Thank you, Dwayne. And again, appreciate you, buddy. Patty, thanks for the 5. Happy birthday to my boss, Tug. Thank you. May your microphone stay hot, your take stay savage, and your thugs stay loyal. Indeed.
I love it.
Yes, may none of the thugs turn witness. That's right. May that always stay. S. Shine, thanks for the 20. Happy birthday, Tug. Thank you, S. Shine, too. Man, there's so many of you. I appreciate it. Rach, thanks for the 5. Let's overwhelm Tug with 100 plus super chats. We should have had birthday.
You are over 100.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you. Kitty, thanks for the membership here. Thank you. Well, thank you for the membership. Welcome to Tug's oh my God, that's hilarious. I'm looking through old, like, different pictures, you know, that like Dead Punk has made over time. And I was looking at different ones to play with. Oh my God, look at this. And give me a second. Some of these are so funny. He has some great pictures, by the way. I went rating his. It's like he'll just make some and post them, by the way. But look at this. This is nuts. So, look, you shall not. But oh my God, look, it's a bit. Oh my God, that's so good.
Oh my God, why are you wearing flip flops? No.
Yes, I actually don't wear flip flops. I would be.
So wrong.
I wear socks all the time. So I'm one of those people that wears socks all the time. So I would wear them with a flip flop. So I don't wear flip flops, so I'm okay. Kitty, though, thank you for that. Kitty Ninja. Appreciate that. Maybe not. I love that name. Maybe not.
Yeah, I do too.
3 months. This is your birthday song. It's not very long.
Clap.
Yeah. Oh, I need that. Yeah. Thank you. Joe. Thanks for the 20 there. Happy birthday, Tug. Well, thank you, Joan. I appreciate you. Sid, thank you for the super chat there. Happy birthday, Tug. Thank you, Sid. Very much appreciated. Puzzler dropped a 50 there. Appreciate that. A few hours ago, we had a near-miss tornado 1 mile to the west of us and Hale up 2 inches. That's wild. I I'm glad you're okay. Near miss means you're okay there. So
Yep.
no windows broken, but dents in car. Still, man,
Whew.
that's crazy. There's a Wisconsin, our second near miss tornado for May. Wow, that's crazy. It's preferable to live in next to LP by far, JC. I'd rather deal with near miss tornadoes. That's funny. What an end zone on that one. Happy birthday.
I like that.
Happy burp day, by the way. Thank you.
It's funny.
Well, you stay safe too. I do like the way you ended that, but that's phew. Fallen Hero dropped 5 gifted memberships. Fallen Hero, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you very much. And I love the freaking memberships. So thank you all for dropping those too. Max Lab, what's up, my friend? Thank you for that. Thank you for doing the happy birthday talk. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Wanda dropped a $20 super sticker. I'm going to have to go back and review the super stickers. I love seeing them. And thank you, Wanda, by the way. Appreciate that. Christine, thanks for the 5. Happy birthday, Tug. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. It's so bizarre, like having a holiday. The one holiday that's actually about you. You can be like, yes, it's mine. Dwayne dropped another 10 there. Thank you, Dwayne. There. Happy birthday, Tug, from Robert Tower. And sending trash bags for Megan Fox.
Oh no, 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 Dwayne, no, Dwayne, no.
Yes. You say that. May your future be filled with scented trash bags.
Trash bags. God, that makes me want to throw up.
Oh my God! People need to. You know what? That's what people need to send you with your PO box. Scented trash bags. That's what you want. Everybody, you know what you could do? You could actually go to the dollar store. The dollar store has some pretty pungent fucking perfume bags, and you could go and send dollar store bags to make.
If you do that, you're no longer.
Let's make it a thing. Let's see if we can get. Let's see if we can get 100 boxes.
No, God, what is wrong with you? Oh my God, they're gonna do it.
I know.
Stop.
Sorry, 200 boxes. Let's do it, baby.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my
no.
God. That'd be so amazing.
If I smell anything in those boxes, I will return to sender.
Photograph it too, by the way. Photograph it.
Oh my God. I will.
I
will. Don't you dare, Chad.
Yes,
make
sure to get it. Like if you can, make sure that it has.
Why is he so mean? I even sent you I'm going to take my super chat back. That's it. I'm canceling my super chat. Doing it right now.
The post office will be thrilled. I know. They'll be like, this really smells interesting. They'll probably think it's a biological weapon. You get enough of those together. Be careful. Janice, thanks for the 13 months. Hey, thank you there. Happy birthday, Tug. Yay me, 13 months. I know. That's amazing. Thank you there. I love it here, and I'm glad I found you and Megan. Thank you both. Well, appreciate that. Yeah. You're talking about guy things. That's a guy thing I totally do to people I know. I would totally do that, by the way.
Mean.
SF. I like, you know what? If you were like a friend I knew in like these areas, every day you would wake up and you'd have a scented trash bag in your mailbox. I would just drive by and throw one in there. I would every day.
Every day. You're so sick. I swear to God.
Yeah, I would. Not do it in a heartbeat. It'd be amazing. SF, thanks for the 2. Happy birthday.
By the way, I sent my daughter back to the store today and I was like, and you better get unscented trash bags because if I have to use one more of these things, I'm gonna lose it. She was like petting me. She was like, okay, Mom, I know.
You were like, the only thing I like scented is the mentholatum I rubbed into my nose. Oh my God. SF, thanks for the 2 there. Happy birthday, Tug. Let's get this party started. Well, I hope you have been entertained so far. Jill, thanks for the 2. Happy birthday, Tug. My big 62 is tomorrow. Well, let's bust you out a song too. Happy birthday, Jill, from all of us to you. Happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. Thank you, Jill, too. May all your dreams 62. That's right. Thank you. That's awesome. Silhouette. Thanks for 4 months, Silhouette. Thank you.
Love the icon.
I do too. I like the name Silhouette. Yeah, I do. I like that. That's actually really cool.
It was really cool.
Yeah, I do like that quite a bit.
It's like the Mad Hatter.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Aaron, thank you for the 5 there. Happy Hatch Day, Tug. Hatch Day didn't mean I can hide. Is that like a Lost reference? That's what I think when I hear hatches these days.
Yeah, Hatch. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Hatch.
Did you watch
Oh
Lost?
yeah. Oh
God, I
yeah.
love that show. I
That was a
rewatched
real
that again.
moment in time. Everybody watched Lost.
God, I went back and people complain about the last season. Then granted, you can tell they had no
The
idea how
last
to finish it.
episode was real bad,
Oh,
but
that
the last
if
season I
you
thought was good. It just
if
they
you
didn't know how to
fast
end it.
forward, if you fast forward through the scenes that are all and you just do the island stuff, it's not as bad. So I did that the last time I watched it. I was like, oh no.
Here's a fun factoid. In season 1, there were multiple episodes that were filmed at my aunt and uncle's house in Hawaii.
Yeah, here's another fun fact for you. Actually, the smoke monster.
Yeah.
That's me with blackface. No, I'm just kidding. It's
Oh, good Lord.
I'm lounging. You're like, what? Well, somebody's gonna look. Oh my God! If you've never seen it, somebody's gonna go look. It's you're like, yeah, that looks like him totally. He's busted. Seeing that even the 5 gifted memberships. I love it. Misbehaving. Thanks for this. That's when for a joke, that's when I would point to someone else and say someone else, that was them. But my God, you make that accusation about someone and it sticks, you will ruin them. So no, misbehaving. Thanks for the 6. All together now, chat. Happy birthday from all the chat to you. Happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. Thank you, misbehaving. And I do appreciate you too. Thank you. Adair, thanks for the 10. Happy birthday. Thank you very much for that, Adair. Appreciate you. And it's good seeing you. Appreciate it. Bonnie, thanks for the 2 there. We need Bug to sing to you. Yeah, she did pop in, so we did get that. Beautiful.
Aw.
George. Yeah, she came in and sang. Thanks for the 2. Happy birthday, my bro from another mo. Yeah, my brother from another mother. Mine also. Mine also. Yeah, indeed. Green Veg Beast, thanks for the 5 there. Happy birthday, young man. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. The young man. Oh, I don't know what calendar we're using there. We're using reverse dog years to make me young again. Debbie, thanks for the 5. There's not
Let's
a
just start
statement.
going
But
backwards.
it is. Yeah, indeed. If we go that way, I get a lot younger, a lot faster.
Yeah. And next year I'm going to be 48. That's how I'm going to start doing this. So let's just go
reverse
down a
dog
year.
years. Yeah, you have to do reverse half dog years, that way, because otherwise you'll be like 6 or 7, I mean, you're like, well, I wanted to be young, but I don't think I want to be 6.
You're right.
Exactly. So, Fallen Hero, thanks for the 29 months. Happy birthday. Hey, thank you for that, man. And thank you also for the recent gifted memberships too, buddy. Thank you. What is that? Shamandin? Is that how
Shamandin.
Shamandin. Okay. I was like, how am I pronouncing that? Happy birthday, Tuck. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Or
Awesome.
Shamandin.
I like that. I like the avatar staring at me.
Shamandin.
It sounds like a kind of a salamander. That's what I was thinking when I saw, because that face, I like that.
Yeah.
Lizard face. Mama Lori dropped 5 gifted memberships. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Janice, thanks for the 10 there. Happy blessed birthday, Tuck. Thank you, Janice. That's awesome. Man, Mama Lori, too. Thank you again. You know what, man? I wish I could. I just want to thank everybody. I mean, you folks have made all of our channels. You make them work. So thank you. We very much do appreciate you all. You all let us cover this thing. You let us cover it our way. So we very much appreciate you. We were talking about that the other day, how fortunate we are. So
It's true.
Thank you. Amanda, thanks for the 14 months. Happy birthday, Tuck. Thank you, Amanda. Very appreciated. Came out Red Queen dropped a 10 there. Thank you. Birthday fun wishes for you and funds for your candy. Your candy, when you put it in parentheses, it sounds like I'm going to go get hyped up on something illegal. Go get your candy, Doug. Like, those are mints, officer. Angela, thanks for the 10. Have a very happy birthday, Tuck. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate it. I love that, though. Your candy. Thank you, K-Matt, by the way. I appreciate you. You've been our friend. I appreciate you. Hey, Vivette, love for the bro. Thanks for the 10. Happy birthday, Tuck, today and many more to come. Thank you, and yes, we're hoping for some, you want more birthdays and you want them healthy. And that's the other part of it, too, Let's see. Amanda, thanks for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Amanda. That is much appreciated there. I can't. Oh, yeah, I see now. That's a hand with a rose. I was trying to figure out what your avatar was at first. When it shrinks it down.
A hand with a rose.
Yeah, when it's really small, though, on the side screen, it looks like a mask, like on something. I was like, what is that?
Oh, yeah, a little bit. It's kind of cool, though. I like it.
Yeah, I like it, actually. Jackie. Thanks for the 2 months there. Happy birthday, Tuck. Have a blast, my friend. Thank you. I've had fun, like I said. Thanks for the 5 there. Even though I hate it, for birthday only, I will call you Thaddeus. Thaddeus. Thaddeus Eugene Gary. That's right. Happy birthday. Thank you. Appreciate
I think it should be Thaddeus Ulysses.
Ulysses.
Yes, Ulysses.
It would work better, I just like to be. I even spell it with an E, and then I capitalize the U.
Capitalize the U.
Yeah, I say the E. I say the E is silent.
Yeah.
I told somebody that was my real name. Before. They were like, "Is that your real name, Thaddeus Eugene?" I was like,
yes.
"Yeah," but yes, it just works out
totally.
For TUG. Yeah, but the E is silent, and Eugene. Liz dropped $27.99. Thank you for that. Happy birthday. Thank you, Liz. You are very appreciated too. Thank you. Just Jay, thanks for the 5 there. Happy birthday. I'll sing you a birthday song tomorrow. I'm good at it. Oh, I imagine, man. Keep your clothes on now, please. Jackie, thanks for the 5. For your birthday, we appreciate you. Thank you, Jackie. That is amazing too. I appreciate that. Becky, thanks for this $2 super chat. Happy birthday to you, to me, baby. Thank you. Stacy's Hard Journey, thanks for that. Happy birthday. 15 is a great day. Yeah, the 15th is my birthday, January 15th, and today 5-year heart transplant. That's amazing. By the way, 5 years on that, that's freaking amazing. Please send love to my anonymous donors family. Indeed. Love to you, love to them. 5 years, that is freaking awesome. I love success stories like that. We don't get enough of those. So that is amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, Angie, always Angie. Thanks for the 2 there. And say, Doug, thanks for all you do. Hey, thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Puzzler. Thanks for the 2. That sounded nasty. Nasty. I like that. Cynic in Chief. Thanks for the 20 there. Happy birthday. Hey, thank you, Cynic. Appreciate you, my friend. You very much so. Megan Fox, thanks for the 20 there. Penance breadsticks for billing on your birthday. Well, you made it here. So
I did.
Have a great one laughing at losers. Love the greatest co-host ever. Indeed. I'm glad you got there, but you know what? You had a good excuse.
Yeah. I felt pretty stupid though after I realized, I think this is just meds.
Hey, you know what? It's better to we've learned to take stuff very seriously.
Yeah.
So,
true. And worse, so I'm texting Flux, right? Because I don't want her to panic. So I have to tell her, like, I'm going to the hospital. Don't worry. I'm going to get it checked out. And stupid Siri, I'm typing and I'm like, yeah, I don't think it was.
Hey, 2Ls has created a
I know. I have
release.
it.
Oh
I
my
have
God.
it. And here's
I'm
the
gonna laugh at
thing.
that tomorrow.
There's no way we have time to go over it.
I'm
and I was
laughing
going
at
to tell you
tomorrow.
about it.
I'm gonna laugh
But
at tomorrow.
there's so many funny things about it. But yeah.
Oh my
So
God. I'm not even going to read it until tomorrow. I'm not going to read it
Okay.
tomorrow.
I'm texting her and I make a typo. And I was trying to type it's probably a milder heart thing, than a heart attack because I just had an EKG and it was fine. And the stupid Siri, it wrote killer heart problem.
Oh no.
Yeah. And I didn't, and she was like, what?
Killer heart problem.
Killer instead of milder. I was typing milder and it wrote killer. Unbelievable.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
Way to terrify my friends, Siri.
That is amazing though. Killer heart problem. All good, just dying here. What? I'm lying here. I'm sorry. Damn you, Siri. Hey, check this out, by the way. So this is in progress
Ooh,
right now.
that's cool. What
That's
is
Emma
that?
making that. Yeah, look at
Is
that.
that-
You can
wait,
see
is
it. Where
that-
she noted. Yeah, look at the string. You can see it
Oh
through there.
my God.
Yeah, now I have a machine
Oh,
gun,
that is
baby.
so cool. Who is doing that?
That's Emma. She's been sending progress
Is
pics since
that
I was
needlepoint? What even is that? Is it
yeah, look at it.
needlepoint?
You can see
It's cross stitch. Oh my God, that's so cool.
I love it. I was like, send me updates. I want to see those.
That
I
is
love it
one of
when
the
you folks
coolest things
see.
I've
I
ever
love like
seen.
people send stuff and make things. Man, I love it. I love it.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Windy Bono, Winder Bender. Thanks for the 2 there. Happy birthday, Tug. Thank you. I appreciate that. ADHD 2. ADHD 2 Dukes. Or Lady Badger. Thanks for the 5. Happy birthday, Tug. A present for you. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Awesome.
Sergeant Ma, thanks for the 20 there. Sorry I'm late. Happy birthday, Tug. Get yourself something nice. Thank you. For sure. I do. I have 2 kids, and that's where it all goes most of the time.
Right. That is where it all goes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Misbehaving, thanks for 2. Donut accused of theft. Defamation. I know. I had some donuts today, and I'm telling you, they kid tax the hell out of those things today. They
Yeah.
came down here. If the littlest one finds out where they are, holy crap! You hide those things the best you can. You might as well dig a hole in the backyard and hide them. Melissa, thanks for the 2. Happy birthday, Tuck. Thank you, Melissa. Appreciate that. Lisa, thanks for the 10 there. Chai tea to celebrate the day of your birth. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm gonna probably get a chai tea in the morning too. With that, thank you. Deb, thanks for the 10 there. Happy birthday, Tuck. Thank you very much, dude, Deb. I appreciate it. Usually I don't, I don't spring to go out for them, but I think I think I'll have one more tomorrow. And thanks for the 5. Happy birthday, Tuck. Thank you, Ann. That is awesome. I appreciate it. Skipper, thanks for the 5. Happy birthday, or happy trucking Tug to our father, the Tug father. That's indeed. I'll say it right one time sooner or later. The quote my favorite birthday meme. Have a joyous time celebrating the day your face rubbed your mom's bugs. Gross. Gross.
Ew.
Gross.
Ew.
Oh, I never needed that image in my brain.
No,
Bleh.
no, that was terrible.
Monster.
Oh Lord.
Oh my God. Chance in pain.
Never
Thanks
ever
for
say anything like that ever again.
Oh my God. I feel like that was a once grosser than gross joke.
That was bad. That was one of the worst things I've ever heard.
Oh, that's hilariously bad. Oh my God. That reminds me of something like a Ricada would send me.
Oh, gross.
It does. It sounds like that's awesome. And he fucking
Yeah, he needs to work on his boundaries.
Chance and P, thanks for the 2 there. Happy birthday. Oh man, I always like that though. The boundary of just randomly I'd have something weird like that like drop into my I'm like, what the hell?
Yes.
Something like that drop in my timeline on Twitter.
Oh God.
I'd see like 100 likes.
You can always count
something.
on him for something weird. That's true.
I'd see 100 likes on something and be like, what in God's name is this? Then look. Oh,
No.
Cynthia, thanks for the 8 months. Happy birthday. My birthday was May 8th. Well, hey, Cynthia. Again, I'm going to bust
Happy
you out one too.
birthday.
Happy birthday from all of us
to you.
Happy birthday. We can't line it up. That's true. Yeah.
I'm very bad at this duet thing.
Well, it's like a drunken echo or something.
Next time you sing, I'll clap. How about that?
Yeah, there we go. It'll be all like off and stuff. You'll be like happy. What's going on? Melissa, thanks for the 2. Happy birthday, Tug. Thank you, Melissa. Emma, thanks for the 2 there as well. Happy birthday. Thank you, Emma. Emma, by the way, is the one making that. So,
Emma, you're awesome.
That's great.
That's incredible. That's a beautiful piece of artwork. It's absolutely beautiful.
I love that. All right. Is that picture? Are you writing a chicken or a rooster? Is that what that is?
It is. It's a chicken.
That's freaking great. Happy birthday to you. Indeed. I love that avatar, by the way. That's great.
I missed the
oh my God. It's like an ovation afterwards. You're like, I'm just making up for them all. I just start clapping.
Listen, shut up or I'll start playing Mars.
Oh, no.
Mars.
We're going to Mars. Oh no. My God.
Singing those happy birthday bars.
Oh my God. That brings back memories. Lisa, thanks for the 2. Happy birthday, Tug. Thank you for that. I appreciate you, Lisa. God, that song was so ridiculous back then. Maria Raya, thanks.
I know.
Oh man, here we go. We get a chance.
Here we get ready. Yeah.
Happy birthday from all of us to you. Yeah. Happy birthday. May all bugs and lugs dreams come true.
Hey. There,
yeah.
That's my
and all the donuts too. Yeah, all you can eat. I like it.
Hey.
Man, Rhea Raya made something fun too. Let me see. I gotta find it real fast. So Rhea Raya, if you've never seen anything for Rhea Raya, she makes like balloon designs. Have you ever seen any of her stuff?
I have. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
She made one. I gotta grab it real fast.
Yeah, she sent me some pictures of her like appearances on shows and stuff. She makes amazing designs.
She's very talented.
What is the deal with this audience? They're so artistic. It's incredible.
So check this out.
We got Deanne sending me diamond paintings, and I got
I've got mine.
Legal. Did you see the one of Legal Vices that she sent me?
Yes, that was amazing. I saw that.
It's so cool. Look at the pickle.
Look at that balloon. I mean,
okay,
that's amazing.
The best part of this is at the top, the vines. How did she even do that?
All of it is free. Like, look at that. The mask, though. She created a mask for it and everything.
I love the vines at the top. Look at the squiggly.
She did great, though. I mean, she made
squiggly vines. Oh, my God.
That is some talent right there.
It's so good.
I love it. Thank you, too.
How do you
I'm glad you
balloons like that?
Oh, amazing.
Man.
People have, so many of you have so many awesome. I love seeing what you all create. Melanie, thanks for the 4 months there. Praying for you, girls. Thank you. Wishing you another year of health and happiness. Yes, that is very much appreciated too. Thank you for all you do to be here for your chat family. Indeed. And thank you all for being here. That is so amazing. You all are like clockwork. You all show up and we get to laugh at really stupid people. Andre, thanks for the 2 there. Happy birthday, Tug. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I like all the desserts afterwards and everybody's too. Adventure Robin, thanks for the month there. Hello, everyone. Well, hello back. And man, I need to see your do you have is yours a channel? Is that what it is? Like, do you fish and stuff? I see the fish and I always like seeing people's fish.
That's a big fish.
Yeah, that's a good picture. I'd like to see that, actually off of that. So DJ Radis, here we go. Let's see. Let me paint you a picture.
Boy.
Stupid Dave shirtless. Basement.
Stop. I can't take anymore.
Like a battle flag. Demanded vengeance through his glitchy live stream, declaring war on Vet Nation Squid and DJ Radis. And that is sexy, by the way. That is.
Sorry, DJ, you spelled Vet Nation wrong. It's Veteran Nation.
Yeah.
If you know,
Nation.
No.
For real. Cynic in Chief. Thanks for the 2 there. Hats off to whoever trolled Milltown's biggest. Yeah, I mean, for real. So we were talking about that, and there's been this discussion over whether or not that person that messaged Stupid Dave was Jeremy Hales or not, right? That talked about see you in court. So the one thing in there that doesn't work out is he's got the little check mark by his name, right?
Yeah.
Well,
he
that
does.
doesn't have it by his name. So
Huh,
isn't
weird.
that interesting? Yeah. So that means that when he had his meltdown yelling, yeah, blah, that was actually either staged, which is possible, so he could look tough because, well, let's just say him dodging anything. Wow. So dodging subpoenas, that sounds like an interesting story. But he talked a big game before that. Like he was like, yeah, right, let's go then, baby. No. Rosalind, what's up, Rosalind, by the way? Thanks for the 20 there. Happy birthday, Tug. From all of us to you. Where's the clapping? Happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. I'm dreaming of clapping in tune. Happy birthday to
You're the one who doesn't keep going.
Man, I'm just like, what's going on for you? There's not a beat I can't go through.
But you keep stopping.
Oh my God.
I know how to keep a beat, but you have to keep singing. Happy birthday from all of us to you.
Look at that. Oh my God. Let's see. When I hear it though, it's like this. Happy.
All right. I am no longer doing the clapping.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Just sit
God
here
bless your
and
mama for giving us you. Thank you.
Woohoo.
Yay. There went randomly. Denise, thanks for the 10 there. Craft or candy fun for Buck or for lip gloss. Well, thank you. She will embrace. By the way, I went out on my birthday and I picked up the little one. I picked her up some bubble gum because she would love it. And I even got her like her favorite drink, because she wanted, it's my birthday and she's little. So she was like, where's my present too? Speaking of her, hey, what's up, kiddo?
Hey.
You want to say hi real quick?
Yes.
You want to come here and help me read some happy birthdays real fast?
Yes.
Well, this is perfect timing.
Mm-hmm.
This is perfect timing because I got to run. So you have a helper to read birthday.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. All right. Well, you have a great one. I'm going to go. If you're around tomorrow, I'm going over that freaking press release because that's funny. So I'll yell at you. All right.
Okay.
Thanks for being here,
everybody.
And yes, be healthy.
Happy birthday.
Yes,
Thanks. All right, come here. Here's a Wildcat. Can you say thank you, Wildcat?
Thank you, Wildcat.
He says, happy birthday, Tug. Keep praying for my niece. Her heart's only at 40%, but she's home now. Man, we will definitely do that. The little one here, by the way, if you need positives to know. So the little one right here, she has a heart birthday, don't you? What's your heart birthday for? You want to tell them or you want me to tell them? You want me to tell them? Okay. She had to go to the doctor and she had to have her heart worked on. And she has a birthday for her heart because she is so thankful for it every year. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So she has a birthday for her and a birthday for her heart where she gets a present there.
Yeah, I'm going to have a birthday too.
Yeah. It's soon, huh? And your heart birthday soon too? All right. Yeah.
It was my birthday, now your birthday, but when was Sissy's birthday? Sissy has something for a birthday.
Really? Help me with one more, and then you have to go upstairs so I can read these, okay, baby? So you say thank you for Diane. Can you say thank you?
Diane.
She said, happy birthday, Tug. Thank you there.
Happy birthday.
Are you singing?
You.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday to you.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday, you Dad.
Yeah, thank you. That is very sweet of you. All right, well, hey, go upstairs so I can read these, okay? And then I'll let you play a few video games before bed afterwards when I finish up, okay?
Yes, hey.
I'll yell for you if you're good. I'll let you play. Okay. I will. I'll yell for you. Okay. I will for sure. Misbehaving. Thanks for the 2 there. Repugnant. It's so repugnant. The Tuck monks you. It's true. Repugnant. I like that. Taz. Thanks for the 10. Happy birthday, Tuck. It's been a good one. Yes, so it has been. So thank you. Melody. Thanks for the 5 there. Happy 29 again. Indeed. We are re-celebrating 29. You are right. How did you know? Man, how did you know? Thank you. Suzanne, thanks for the 5 there. Happy birthday, Tuck. Hey, thank you, Susan. Thank you very much. I think I said Suzanne when I said that at first, by the way. I apologize. Oh, man. That's it. After a while, I get to... it is a talent. I would blame that on health problems, but you know what? I've always been good at butchering names. So... It's so funny. Carol, thanks for the 5 or 10 there. See, I can't even read numbers some days. Happy birthday, Tuck. Only 25, right? Indeed. No, you know what? You know, I wish I wish as long as I stay healthy, I'm okay with getting old enough to because I get smarter. And that's a beautiful thing too. I learn more and more every year. I learn more and more about dumb people too, though, unfortunately. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, oh my God. Carol, thanks for that. Happy birthday. Thank you, Carol. I love it. Taz, thanks for the 5 for Bug and Luck Candy Fun. Well, thank you for that. They will enjoy it for sure. And they've been funny today for sure. So thank you. And Taz also dropped a gifted membership there too. Thank you for that. Thank you for helping someone else. They love it. You know, so many people do. They write me and they're like, oh my gosh, I got this and I love it. So I do want to tell people when you drop those in there, people really do appreciate that. Some people are just they're floored to be, you know, to be able to get those. So I can't thank people enough for that. Shifter Brains, thanks for the 20. Happy birthday. Well, happy birthday. I love it. For Shifter Brains. I love your name every time. So I like the excuse to say it. Thank you. Ball Python Gang too. Another name I love rolling in there with. Thank you for those 5 gifted memberships. Like I said, appreciate that. That is awesome of you. Tess, thanks for the 5. Happy birthday. Thank you, Tess. That's awesome of you as well. Laura, thanks for the 5. Happy birthday, Tuck, from Minnesota. Well, I appreciate that. I've wondered about Minnesota. You know, I know one person that lives in Minnesota, but I've always wondered how Minnesota would be. You know, one of the things that sucks about Minnesota, I'll say, is that you all do not have slap protection. Did you know that? So the whole anti-slap thing we talked about, you guys actually do not have that protection. That's insane. That's something you all should lobby for. Misbehave, thanks for the 2. Cheers to Tuck, Father. Do we make it 100? Yes, we did, actually. We did. Thank you. Rach, thanks for the 2 there. Can we make it to 200? That's insane number. We've actually crossed with the ones outside of the platform. I'm going to say we have, just give me a second. I'll be able to tell you. I think we've, for real, had about 162. So it's been a wild number for real. So, I mean, that's crazy. And thank you. Benny True, thanks for the 2 there. God bless you, Tug. May your year be filled with joy. Thank you. I will, I'm again, for June, I want to get back to 8-minute videos too, that where we break down things, you know, we can do an 8-minute segments. I'm thinking about, there's a certain caliber that I like those at, but sometimes I think, man, I should just grab a document and read it, you know, read part of it until you not worry about the stuff on the screen, you know, like make it enough, but not get too over complicated with it. You know, go back to that. And that I could probably pull that off easier. So we'd say, misbehaving. Thanks for the 2. Hashtag SueTube. I know, man. YouTube to SueTube. There's apparently a lot of people who think they can make money off of YouTube. It's funny, isn't it? Terry, thanks for the 20 there. Happy birthday, Tug. I know you don't like telling your age. At least give us a range. I'm thinking about my daughter's age. Let's see if I'm right. Love to you and those beautiful girls. I'm about the Megan age. So right in there. Let's just go with that. You know. I know it's not even talking about age. It's I'm not used to talking about personal details of my life. That's more of anything. Like I got in the habit of not giving identifiable stuff about myself. So Tinsel, thanks for the 50 there. Thank you. Happy birthday, Tuck. Take the girls out for dinner. Love your show from Australia. Well, I appreciate that. Definitely too. I took them out for lunch today. We have a tea room. They love to go over there, by the way. I just picked up some stuff to go. My God, they love that tea room. They love it. They absolutely love it. They love to go over there, get the fancy tea. It's so much fun for them. Rach, thanks for the 5. Bag of Box, same thing happened to me. They thought it was shrunk and scary as hell. That's crazy when people, I've had them give me medication and it's caused some scares. But I mean, I've dealt with that. This new medication, again, I thought one time when I took it, I thought I was going to die from it for real. So it's wild, It is when they don't really tell you. Best friends for life. Thanks for the 10 there. Happy birthday, Tuck. Is it wrong to ask to sing the Chi Chi happy birthday song to yourself? Well, we have busted it out a few times. Thank you for that, too. I did manage to be able to do that. So thank you. Misbehave. Thanks for the 6 there. Silly Megan, thinking that beta blockers are a part drug. Rookie mistake. Indeed. Never crush them. Theresa, thanks for the month there. You take HCTZ. For my high blood pressure, it can be rock steady. 120/70 for years. Hope that helps. I'll mark that for her. I appreciate that. For me, I have hypotension, not hypertension. So I take, what is that, Midodrine, I think it's called. It's good, but it only lasts for a few hours. Man, like if I'm out, this stuff's supposed to last. Like if I'm not doing a lot in the day, it may last for a few hours. Like, like I'll notice the effects enough to carry on for 6 hours. But if I'm out, like say I've gone out for the day and I'm doing stuff around, say I'm going to Murfreesboro or Nashville and it's active and I'm walking around, I get 3 hours out of it. That's it. And I can tell when it stops because it is like I hit a wall. It's like, it's just like somebody let the air out of a tire. It's crazy. And Davis, thanks for the 2. Megan, instead of greens, eat more reds. Like beets, eat hearts. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you, Dad. Denise, thanks for the 10 there. Here's why they don't tell you. Doctors only have 1 semester of pharmacology. And actually, I see that, meds work. Pharmacists have 8 semesters in it. Try an ARB medication for your blood pressure. Again, I'm going to mark that too. Thank you, Denise. I'm wondering, with medications for hypotension, I'm wondering what else would work on that too, Rach, thanks for the 2 umbrella meetings. Thank you. That's funny. Talking about the icon there. Tiffany, thanks for the 2. That's why they call it practicing medication. That's true. They are practicing. Unfortunately, they are practicing on you, right? Andre, wow, 14 medication, bro. Well, I hope that helps you. If they keep you situated, then it's worth it. For me, I've been lucky enough so far. Knock on fake wood. I've been lucky enough to stay in around 3, I think. So, but it's wild. Yeah. Vanessa, thanks. Megan, by the way, everybody for here. The avatar that Tug made from Dead Punk Gage, white suit, was Michael Jackson's Thriller album cover. The rose in his hand is separate from the top hat avatar for the pickup artist. He is a perfect pickup artist one, by the way. I mean, it is perfect, too. I need to pull that one up as well and make some fun with it. One, thanks for the 5. Wouldn't it be funny when trailer trash or hillbilly people whoop that bootah? Indeed. It is interesting to target the people you live around. Like, you should not do that. Misbehave. Thanks for the 2. Objection, deflection / projection. Indeed. What's up, kiddo?
What's up?
What's up? I thought you were going upstairs. You're supposed to be upstairs right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. Hey, will you do me a favor?
What?
Will you take this up? Give me one second. Here, will you take this? Hey, no, don't get into it. Here, do me a favor. Take that upstairs, okay? Take it. All right. Yeah. Hey, just take it upstairs. Yeah. Take it upstairs. All right. All right. Make sure it goes. Make sure you don't keep it for yourself. Sissies. David, thanks for the 7 months. Happy birthday, Tug. And oh no, Megan, your blood pressure is over the roof. Thankfully, your blood pressure is not over the roof. Indeed. Indeed. That is true. That is true. Jenny, thanks for the month there. They all need to be 5150. Oh, indeed. That's that. Thanks for the two. For pretty sounding Tug. Thank you. And try to sound pretty for you all. Sandra, thanks for the month there. The gifted membership. I said month. I don't know what my brain, man. I said a month on that. Thanks for the gifted membership. Lord, some days that's the only byproduct of the medication. It really does jack me up sometimes, Rat's ass, thanks for the two. Happy birthday to Mr. Tuggles. Eat lots of cake. Eat that cake, fat boy. I hear you. Thank you, by the way. George, thanks for the 20. Towards the ROM tour. Thank you for that. I do not know if I would get that. That thing is way expensive. So I do appreciate it. It's just, I don't know if any of you are like this. I can be irresponsible to a degree. Like, if I see a book, like even if I saw a collected edition, like I know my kids could go through it and look at it and stuff, So if I find a book or something, I can feel like I'm irresponsible there. But there's some things at a certain level, I'm like, I can't. So you know what I mean? I don't know if you all are like that sometimes too. Yeah, Miss Babe things to do. Holy crap, man! It sounds like a T-movie superhero. Holy crap, man! Yeah, it does. SF, thanks for the 5. Men get crucified if they're act poorly to know. That's indeed true. Aloe gets protective orders. Imagine what would happen to a man if he pulled similar crap. That's true, actually. That is true. Well, you see this. Jeremy has a reaction after the fact, and he's called a harasser. It's after the fact. It's reactive. When he's reactive to people doing terrible things to him, then he's somehow the bad guy. Isn't that? It's always used an excuse. There's always an excuse made to harass somebody. And to me, I think that's really indicative of terrible human beings. They will always find that reason they've been looking for. Always. Allie, thanks for the 3 there. 2 L's made a press release. Yeah, I saw that. But it's because they got served. So they're out trying to yuck it up. The only problem with them is, again, they want to play the free speech and they want to play the harassment card and stuff. But their problem is, again, they've talked about this guy being a PDF file. They've made some pretty jacked up statements of fact that they cause you problems there. Again, if you want to talk about the one loser that you can get involved in is saying that somebody's a PDF file. That is the one major loser with anything. Like that causes you real problems. So, Rach, thanks for the fun there. How many chats we at? Keep them going, Tug. Happy birthday, Super Chatters. Thank you. And in here, we're at 158. And then there was some outside. So, again, that's crazy. That is awesome. I do appreciate that. Kathy, thanks for the 2 there. Happy birthday. I like how it repeats. That's awesome. I don't know if that's a typo, but either way, it turned awesome. Hey, Flippin' Adventures, what's up, by the way? Hope you're doing good. Happy birthday, Tug. Appreciate that, man. I hope this one is the best one ever. Happy unbirthday for the next 364. Indeed. Happy unbirthday to you, to me, to you. I love it. Thank you for all you do to keep people smiling. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Flipping Adventures. That's awesome. I've met some great people, by the way. Thank y'all. Chris, thanks for the 20. Happy birthday. Learned of you during death. I was glad to see someone stand up false claims while standing up for those actually harmed. Happy you haven't changed. Fun to see your fam in the background now and again. Genuine streams will succeed. Indeed. Indeed. That's what I found. And thank you, Chris, too. Yeah. You know, there are some good people out there that do stand up. I think at the end of the day, we can cover things that matter. You know, there are people out there that just stream drama and stuff, and that's their prerogative. I'm not taking a shot at them for it, but you can stream a lot of those same things and have a point, you know? False. I mean, just the idea of false allegation bad. It's amazing. I could probably stream that my whole life, and hopefully it'll change something, but we don't know yet. And Jan, Bree, thanks for the 2 there. Happy birthday, Tug. Well, thank you for that. Happy birthday. Did you hear that?
Yes.
You did? Okay. That's awesome.
I have to hear the happy birthday.
You gonna hear some more? Nocturnal one. Can you say thank you?
Thank you.
27 months. A huge happy birthday.
Yep, I always want to hear
Lane, South Australia. You're from Australia. That's a long ways away. That's awesome, huh? Many happy returns. That is awesome, isn't it? They are a long ways away. They listen to us from a long ways away. Remember our big globe?
Yeah.
They're almost like where we're at. They're way down this way. So far away. That's cool. Susan, can you say thank you to Susan?
Thank you, Susan.
Happy birthday. Thanks for the greatest coverage. Oh, that is awesome, isn't it?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Becky, thanks for the fun. Can you say thank you?
Thank you.
Happiest birthday. Thank you there. That's awesome.
It's still your birthday, but tomorrow's not your birthday.
Tomorrow, the whole week is my birthday.
No, today's your birthday.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because tomorrow's not your birthday because the day after that day wasn't your birthday.
How about I just get my birthday week? Can I have a whole week?
Okay.
Can I celebrate all week?
Yes, but...
Okay, you know.
Okay.
Hey, Zeus, by the way. Thank you. Can you say thank you?
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Tug. And hello to Megan from Sydney, Australia. That's another Australia. That's awesome. Yeah. Hey, here's Ray. Can you say, what's up, Ray?
What's up, Ray?
Sorry I'm super late. Baby day yet again. Dodging fine food stuff. He's taking care of his baby. Isn't that good? Yeah. Man, I hope you have the happiest birthday, Tug. Love you. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Have a good day.
Wheat toast. Ooh, can you say thank you?
Yeah, we do.
Thank you for the gift of membership. Wheat toast.
Have a good day, Wheat Toast.
I love it. And Emma, thank you for that progress picture. I loved it. I'm glad I got to show that off. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Yes, can you say thank you, Emma? Hey, you want to see something cool?
What?
Look, she's making this. Look at that. She's making it. See where she's making it with thread? See it? Isn't that cool?
Thread is much good.
You like that picture?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm showing her the. I'll put it up here. You like that though?
Yeah, I like that little no right there. It has no.
Yeah. You like that umbrella guy one?
Yeah. Why does it have a no?
That says now. It's from a movie. It's what in the movie somebody has a stand. They write on a shirt, so it's the same thing. It's a movie Dad likes. It's from that movie Die Hard. You haven't watched it yet. We'll watch it on Christmas, okay? Around there, because they shoot at each other. That's what Christmas. That's what we like for Christmas, right?
Yes.
Shooting movies. Wait, you like movies about Santa, don't you?
Yes.
Okay.
On Christmas, you have to watch Santa movies.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Can you say thank you, Jean?
Thank you.
I hate sending trash bags too. They give me migraine. Indeed, indeed. I'm sensitive to
have
this.
a
Do you
good
like
day.
sensitive trash bags? Do you like them when they stink? I don't like them when they stink. Do you?
No, I don't like the sick part. Just like trash bags
Yeah,
so you
we can
can
throw it
clean.
away. Yeah, that's true. White
Have a
rabbit
good day.
Ann. Thank happy birthday. Hibiscus for high blood pressure.
Have a good day.
Yeah. Have a good day. Thank you.
I have to say, have a good day
Well, here's
to
this
everyone.
cat. But
Have a
look
good day.
Look at cat. Look at the dog there. See the dog?
It kind of looks like a cat.
It doesn't look like a cat.
It kind of does.
Kinda. Okay. Well, happy birthday. Said thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Rozilla's around. Thanks for the 5.
Have a good day.
Send Megan scented trash bags. You redirect them indeed.
And have a good day.
Jack's mom. We're trying to get a scented trash bag sent to Megan Fox. Do you think that's a good idea?
Yes.
Yeah. You think how many does she need? Does she need 100 or more? More.
More if it was out.
200 maybe.
Yes. 200 is
Okay.
good.
200's good. Okay. Do you think she needs? Here's a question from Jack's mom. Does she need 4 gallon or 13 gallon? I think. Maybe
14 gallon.
13 gallon. Okay. Can you say thank you to Jack's mom?
Thank you, Jack's mom. Have a good day.
Melissa, thanks for the 2. Happy birthday, Tug. God bless you and yours. Well,
Have
thank
a good
you.
day.
Thank you, Melissa. Yes, have a good day. Rachel, thanks for the 10. Happy birthday, Tug. Thank you for the endless entertainment, bringing light to dark times. We
Happy
appreciate
birthday.
it. Yeah, well, thank you. And did you say thank you too?
Thank you.
Thank you. Jack, thank you for the 16 minutes. That's a long time.
Happy
isn't it?
birthday.
It's not their birthday. It's my
No,
birthday.
I meant for you.
Oh, for me? Okay. You just want to say happy birthday? Happy birthday, Tug. Have many more. See, so that's nice of them.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
I meant to say you have a good day.
Hey,
And happy
Zeus.
birthday for you,
You sent a
Dad.
sticker too. We'll have to go back. You like looking at those stickers, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll have to look at that one. That's funny. I didn't notice. So that is, I couldn't tell what your picture was. So that's Johnny Depp kissing a badger. Is that funny?
Have a good day.
You like that though? Look, he's kissing an animal. You see that little badger?
Have
That's
a
cute.
good day.
Yeah. Oh man, your mom. Thanks for the 5 there. Happy birthday. Thank you for you.
have a good
Hey, thank you
day.
for that. Indeed. Indeed. Thank you. Hey, by the way, once you go upstairs, let me finish these up real quick and then you can play some video games. Okay. Thank you for your help. I love it.
I want to say have a good day to everyone.
Well, we can't. You want to help for a few more? Okay. I thought you might want to break for a minute. You sure you want to stay here for a minute now?
Yeah,
Oh.
I want to say
Okay.
have a good
Well, here's
day
your
for
mom.
everyone.
Thank you for the 5. Happy birthday. Thank you for you.
Have a good day.
Yep. Now have a good day. There's Raging Rhino. Can you say, hey, Raging Rhino?
Hey, Richard Wildo.
This is happy birthday, mate.
Have a good day.
Wait just a minute. I'm not finished. Hope you have an awesome day. We need to hang out soon. Yes, again. We do need to. I love Raging Rhino, by the way. Raging Rhino has a great channel. And Raging Rhino is fun, people. I really like Raging Rhino, by the way. So if you want to check out a channel that's a lot of fun,
Have a
check
good
'em out.
day.
And have a good day. Thank you, man. Cheers to you, brother. Therese, thank you for 10 there. Since I used my membership post to provide Megan info, sending you this, celebrate your birthday, especially since I turned 49 on the 9th. May Babies Rock. You want to sing a happy birthday song? Let's do this one. Can you clap with me like this?
Happy
Yeah.
birthday
Yeah, but listen
to
to
you.
listen to this one. Happy
Happy
birthday to
Happy
all of
birthday
us, to you. Happy
Happy
birthday. May all your dreams come true.
Wow.
Yeah. There.
I pretty good at that one.
We're very good at that one. I liked it.
Have a good day.
Yeah. Thank you. May Babies Rock. George. Can you say thank you to George?
Thank you. Have a good day.
Happy birthday to me. Is it your birthday? Can you help me with the song again? Let's do it. Happy birthday from all of us to you. Happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. There we go. Thank you, George. I appreciate it. I kept thinking you were saying, like, I couldn't remember who it was with that. Astrid, thanks for the 10 there. Happy birthday, Tuck. Thank you. Can you say thank you?
Thank you.
Hunter, thanks for the 5 there. Happy birthday, Tug. Been watching since Vic. Yeah, man. Way back in the day. See, that's actually what got me started on individual cases. So I appreciate that. And Vic was not guilty of what they said. He was innocent. So thank you. Denise, thanks for the 10 there for you for lip gloss, candy, and crafts. Oh my gosh. Oh no. And look,
And money for candy.
this is for your heart birthday. Oh my goodness. Can you say thank you, by the way?
Thank you. I'm going to use that for candy on my birthday.
Oh, you are, huh?
Yeah, the lip gloss money is going to be for candy
Look.
with lip gloss.
Look at the koala there. Isn't it
Aw,
cute?
cute.
Yeah. Thank you for the membership, by the way. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership. Welcome to Tug's Thugs. And I also said happy birthday, young man. Well, thank you. You laughing at young man? I heard you.
No,
She was laughing at that.
I just want the circle.
Gray hairs at 16. It's 16, really? Is that true? Happy birthday, Tuck. My birthday is the last day. Give me Mother's Day. That was yesterday. And name is true. You did answer that. Thank you. I had gray hairs. That's okay, man. I got gray hairs.
Yeah, gray hair.
I do have gray hairs, don't I? My hair's turning gray. Yep.
Yeah, it was dark to gray.
Yeah, it's starting to turn gray. Really gray. Yeah. Well, you want to sing a happy birthday song again for them?
Okay.
Happy birthday for all of us to you. Happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. Hey, I appreciate you there, you know. Don't worry about gray hair, though, man. It's just distinguishing, you know. Gray hair looks good. It works. Rewrite. Thanks to do. One more thing. Have a happy birthday. Talking about your one more thing. Oh, one more thing, Dad. One more thing. That sounds you. That's what you do. You know that? Yeah. Can you say thank you, Rewrite?
Right, and have a good day.
Yeah, have a good day. And Jesus dropped another two there. Have a good day for you. He said, have a good day for you. Isn't that nice? They told you to have a good day. They wanted you to have a good day too. Now we need to redirect. Does that sound good to you? Let's see.
Yes.
Is Shizzy on? There he is. I didn't even. You know what? He was not recommended to me. That was very bizarre.
Maybe he got.
He's covering some of the Laura Owens stuff, but let's go rate him real quick. Let me set up a redirect. It takes a minute. It does. It takes a minute. Did you have fun today?
Yes.
You got chewing gum and you got your favorite drink. You got to play some video games. Was my birthday pretty fun for you? Did you have fun with that?
Yeah, and I got you a gift.
No, you did. I liked your gift. I think it was great. I love that you make me stuff. So can you tell people thank you? We're going to go.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. So I'm going to redirect you over to Shizzy. Rate him. Tell him Tug sent you. And love to all of y'all. We will cover that letter probably tomorrow. So we'll see you then. Thank you, folks.